I'm sipping, 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 I'm sipping.
Sipping, I'm 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 sipping.
This is Sippin' with Sammie. I am Sippin' with Sammie, Sam Malone, Barstool, Rug. If you ain't sipping with Sammie, you ain't sipping right. Get your fucking life together. And I got Saf with me.
Yo, I'm in the building.
As thou shalt be. Yes. And we got our brother, man, the one and only Dell P in here.
It's a family affair in here.
That's
King
right.
Peas, what's up, bro?
What's up, bro? Thanks for having me. Nah, go.
I appreciate the call, man.
What up, sis?
Happy to see you. Happy to be
likewise,
here with you.
likewise.
Excited.
One thing about Dell is you always working. You always working in a progressive way. Like, you know, you level up every time that you make a move, and you started off in a good path with your business sense and the way that you present your art, right?
Appreciate that.
But, like, he always keeps us intact with what he doing. So I just want to tell you I appreciate that.
No doubt.
Because we're in a couple videos. We're on the magazine cover
Indeed.
with you.
Indeed.
You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
those things mean a lot. And the latest video with you and Reezy, that's a movie.
Yeah, man. By
And
any
we
means.
both got the, you know,
So
get
thank
our
you
little
for that,
likeness
too.
in there.
Oh, no doubt. Y'all
Thank you
family
for
is
that.
deep in the
Appreciate
music.
that.
It's deep in the music.
So, like, I just want to say to anybody that's paying attention and to you that I appreciate that because you are doing big things and you give us the opportunity to be a part of that shit, and
No
it's
doubt.
dope as hell.
That's what it's about. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I mean, that's how, you know, we come up on old-fashioned values, all three of us.
Yeah.
And that's how it's supposed to be.
Right.
But that don't mean that we could just take it for granted when it's going that way.
Indeed.
But
No, appreciation, that's a big thing. You know what I'm saying? Some
Absolutely.
people, oh yeah, he better do that. You know what I'm saying? No.
you know what I mean? And it's crazy
Appreciation
because
is
I was
everything.
joking on, was talking about the cookout a minute ago. I had a little group event joint, and somebody said I'm gonna be there, and I'm like, you better be there.
Right.
And you know, I'm saying it lightly, but it
Right.
felt weird because I'm like, damn, what if all of a sudden he can't make it and he feels
Put that
like
pressure.
that out? You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like I don't want to do that to people. Like
Right.
at no point in life, no, for the lightest thing, I don't try to do that to people. I
Right,
try to
no
make
doubt.
it an easy-going, two-way street type of thing.
Word.
But let us know what you've been getting into since the last time you've been on the pod, man. You've been
Oh, man.
running. You got a new project.
New project. We Owe the World. It's out right now on Bandcamp. We got the hard copies. It'll be on iTunes, Spotify, Tidal, and all that next week. Shout out to Rod Swartz, Who Mag Distribution. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. What else? Like we said, you had the video,
Yeah, we had By Any Means.
which is everywhere.
Right. By Any Means, Follow the Signs, both on BET Jams. You know, I did the single with my man Ramson. He from Turkey, but he live in Australia. He got a wave out there. So
Dope.
shout out for Rob making that happen. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, that ended up on MTV.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So
that's heavy.
yeah, that was a crazy move.
Definitely salute to Rob. I was in that damn office.
Yeah, so
History
many
is
stories,
real,
right? So
man.
many
The
stories.
history is real.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, salute Fine Productions. Your
Yeah,
your
absolutely.
tiny
What up,
best
Kay?
look, man? Your
Oh, that
tiny
was lit.
best look, man.
That was major. Shout out to K making it happen. Shout out to you for giving me, you know what I'm saying, pointers while we was there. Like, it was just a team effort, man.
Nah, we gonna make sure that Doug look how he supposed to,
Word.
because King's always got to present the right way, man.
No
It's
doubt.
the only way to do it. Well, go ahead, Saf, my bad.
No, so what? No, you're all good. One thing I was going to say is I admire your truth and your message. And your latest project you released on Juneteenth, and I
Word.
wanted to know where, like, that was super. So thank you for even just
No doubt.
shedding light on that day, and for giving us some great music on that day.
Thank you.
But where did the idea, where did that thought come from? How did you like propose to do that?
All right, so I was thinking about like being an independent artist, you know what I'm saying? And you know that's the celebration of our independence, so they say. So
Absolutely.
I just felt like, yeah, nobody did that yet. Let me do that. You know what I'm saying? Let me get the world something on Juneteenth.
But it's fitting because, like I said, even when we were going to go do the Tiny Desk thing, I heard it. You know what I mean?
Right.
We was rocking to it, and it's crazy because we start the ride off with Dell. We end the night off in the storm riding the AZ.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Classics.
Like, but it's
Classics.
just like the vibe was real the whole ride, and it was a crazy night weather-wise as far as all of that. But inside the car, We was having
We
a fucking
vibing.
vibe.
Yeah,
man.
absolutely.
And it was a great time, and I'm listening to it, and I'm like, we owe the world.
Yeah.
Like, that makes sense. And then the Juneteenth flip was like, why not, man?
Right.
Why
All of
not?
that makes sense.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
No, I
You know what else
appreciate y'all.
I appreciate too? Here for it. That's on that one too, right?
Oh yeah, that's the first single.
Yeah, yeah. So I love y'all love. Like
Oh, thank you.
and
Thank
Z,
you.
I love y'all love.
Salute
Like
the
y'all
queen.
Yeah, that's my
absolutely.
baby. Yeah, shout out to Zayna.
Absolutely. Y'all are definitely an example of not only black love but young black love, because
Right.
I think that as you said, that we come from old school, right? And
Yeah.
a lot of things kind of get misconstrued or changed in translation with the
Lost
ages,
in the
right?
shuffle.
Right, right.
Like,
You know
Absolutely,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
So I think that I just want to salute y'all for just showing your love and letting us be viewers of that, because we don't have to see it.
Right.
But just thank you for showing it and for letting other people know that it exists and it still
Man,
can.
thank y'all for embracing me.
Well, see,
Yeah.
that's the vocal way, the audible way that you showed it.
Right.
But y'all show it in support.
That's what I'm saying.
all
Yeah,
the time.
yeah,
That's what
no
I'm
doubt.
saying.
All
No
the
doubt.
time. Like,
Speaking of which,
Ride
make
or
sure
die.
y'all go grab her shea butter.
Absolutely.
As Zayna Love, as Z Freedom, she got some great shea butter.
Yes.
Trust me.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it's crazy because any women that know y'all say that. They say that. They say, "Oh no, I got with his wife to get the year."
Mhm.
I'm like, that's crazy. That's dope.
She has a
love.
lot of amazing products, but
Yeah.
yeah. So I just love how, again, so not only the audible version, but just again how you
You really show it.
show it,
Yeah,
and
no
for
doubt.
both of you, and I just like that, and I appreciate that.
No, that's dope. That's love. Thank you.
What was the initial thing? Like, what was the first song for this project? Like, what was the original energy for the project, or what made you want to do it? Like, did you have it mapped out completely, or was it like, you know what, this where we going now?
Right. So shout out to my brother Donnie Boy.
Mhm.
You know, me and Donnie Boy go back to elementary school.
Yep.
And we started as a rap group. He was
Yeah.
rapping, you know what I'm saying? But he always was behind the scenes doing the beats and, you know what I'm saying, songwriting for other people and stuff like that. So I felt like where I'm at right now, that me and him owe the world something. So that's where the
title
the
came
ki-
from.
that's where it came from, right? But
I like that. That's
Juneteenth-
full
Yeah.
circle from
Yeah.
elementary. That's
Yeah,
heavy.
we owe the world that. Like my first time people heard me on the radio was a Donnie and Dell P
Mhm,
song.
mhm,
You know what I'm saying? And on here for it, you got Will Geist.
I saw that.
Back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Our first song was me, Donnie, and Will Geist. So
Dope,
I
dope,
kept
dope.
it all, you know what I'm saying? Full circle.
So what was the first record?
Yeah, the first record I did was Wild Style Vibes. Yeah, I did Wild Style Vibes and Get Busy on them.
Right.
Shout out to
Right,
T.
right.
Yeah.
Dope. I just always wonder because sometimes, like, the next project I'm putting out, the 6-pack,
Word.
happened by accident. It just happened because I needed to get back in the booth and, you know, just exercise, work
Right.
out,
No
relieve
doubt.
stress, all of that type of stuff.
Mhm.
And it was like, oh shit, I got a couple joints.
Word.
I don't package these together and let them go before, you know,
Yeah.
we get loaded up because, you know, I don't know how you are, but I got 200 something tracks and it ain't 30 of them out yet. You
Right.
know what I mean? So
Right.
it's time to like really start just putting it out.
Let them go.
So I always wonder about everybody else's process because
Yeah.
sometimes it's intentional, sometimes it's accidental. Sometimes you find the right amount of time to dig in with an engineer or producer.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Indeed.
And I know on your level, a lot of it has to be intentional, but you can't force anything either.
Right. Can't force
So it has to be
Can't rush
something.
greatness.
It has to be something else besides a deadline that makes you say this is the time to get it done.
Yeah, indeed. So shout out to my engineer Elway because how he worked, he don't rush me. Like a lot of engineers, you know, they on the clock. You know what I'm saying? El wanna do that over. You know what I'm saying? Like don't worry about the time. Just do what you got.
And that's your vibe.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's the thing.
Exactly.
Everybody's different. I know artists that's rushing the engineer.
Word.
You know what I mean? And I mean like immediately, like you know it take him a couple seconds to click
Yeah.
that, bro. But
Thanks.
some people like to take their time. They like the vibe. I like personally to just get at least 5 hours. I like to book at least 5. I try not to burn the engineer out to do 10
Right.
straight, just him by himself.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I like to have time to just work out.
Yeah.
And figure it out and adjust.
Indeed.
So I feel you on that. I
Yeah.
definitely feel you on that.
Because most times, like when I go to the studio, the stuff is already written because I be in the crib just writing. But sometimes, like if I'm doing a feature, I just sit in the lab. So I got to take like an hour or two. You know what I'm saying?
Do you have a problem with sometimes and it's not a problem, it's just a thing. It just don't sound the same in your head
Right.
when you put it on the mic in certain spots.
Sometimes.
In certain spots,
Yeah.
it'd be like little things that be like, nah, that got
Yeah, I got to take this out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
sometimes you got to shorten up the verses because like you might say too much. You know what I'm saying? You got to shorten. That's one thing that shout out to Thor. He told me, yo, like so everybody hear everything you say, shorten up.
I recently had that conversation with Bookworm. Shout out to Bookworm. I did a record with him finally, because that's little bro. And I said, yo, you know, one of them beats on, trying to figure out the hook. I'm like, let me hear what you got.
Right.
And he going. And I'm like, it sounds like you on your way to a strong 24.
Right. Right.
And I was like, with as much as you said in that first 4 bars, bro, you can't afford to do that. We got to bring the hook back in. Like, they got to absorb that.
Right, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was going to ask you how you felt about that, but with Thought telling you, I'm sure it's easier to digest.
Yeah.
But as an MC, like, a lot of the times, and there's times we want to hear y'all rip 54 straight. Just go crazy. And there's beats for that.
Right, exactly.
But those are moments for us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I always wondered if you ever felt disrespected or slighted if somebody told you, look, bro, we going to do a 12. We going to do an 8. Whatever have you.
Whatever you need me to put, you know what I'm saying, to the situation, I got it.
That's honorable.
So let me, in regards to that, so let me ask both of y'all. So do you think, so you know they say now that people's like attention span has shortened. Do you think, is that maybe in a response to that?
That's
do you
a
think
large
that,
part of it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's why songs are shorter. People are putting out projects with nothing
One verse.
over
One verse.
over 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Sometimes people repeat the verse.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's because of digestion. It's because the genre has grown to go to places where people don't speak English.
Right.
And melodies travel faster than anything. You know what I mean? They get
Right.
caught on too faster than anything. So if you could do anything to bring back that part that bridges everything together, or that makes everybody feel like they can sing along,
Bring them
to
back
it,
to the happy place again.
then you'll keep them longer
Right.
than you would if you just drowned them
Yeah.
with bars.
Because they be counting down till the hook come on. You peep that?
These
It
new
be
kids,
quiet.
you
It
go
be-
to the show,
it be quiet.
they like
As soon
this.
as the 12 bar come,
Somebody
they getting
says
ready.
1,
Yeah.
2, 1, 2, 3, and
Yeah,
everybody
you're
goes
right,
crazy.
you're
And the hook
right,
comes
you're
on,
right.
and I'm
With
like,
the verse.
yo.
You're right.
They like.
But it's crazy because, and this is what
He right.
one of OG said. He said his son had to tell him like, Dad, and I think it was cute. He said, in your era, y'all did this. He said, in this era, we on this.
Yeah.
It's a different
It's amped
vibe.
up.
Yeah.
So when you see a Dell P crowd, we've been in plenty of them.
Word.
It's this. It's
Right.
this. It's
Right.
this.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's
Right.
a bunch of interaction. It's a lot of stuff during the verse.
Right.
But these kids, they are waiting for
They waiting for the hook.
the time to jump off the roof into the crowd part.
Right.
Come
Right.
on. And
Yeah.
it's cool.
Yeah, that's all good.
It's cool. But it's amazing because I'm like, how does the artist feel that they don't give a fuck what you saying?
Right.
Like that's
They just want the beat and
and I mean, I'm
and,
sure a lot of these youngins are just getting checks, but it's like, I know you want them to hear some of this
Yeah.
shit, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, no, that's what they doing now. And that's exactly what they doing. He's dead right.
Yeah.
He's dead right. And I think one thing I said to people is they don't realize why Kanye changed his music style so much. Beyond him being brilliant,
Right.
the capacity of his venues.
Yeah.
Yeah, expanded. What's
Certain
Stadium.
shit don't sound right in a stadium,
Yeah.
baby.
Right.
And certain shit is perfect for a stadium.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that 808's heartbreak, yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah, we just talked about that.
European
Yep.
festivals,
Right.
things like that. Like, speaking of which, what's some of your favorite places you performed at? Because you've done quite a bit.
I love performing at All More Music Hall.
Yeah, you book them quite often, or they book you. I don't know how it works.
Yeah, they booked me for that,
Yeah.
John. Shout out to my man Big Tone, Walking Bear. I would say
Good night,
TLA. You know what I missed though? Dobbs. Remember the
Dobbs was lit.
I
especially when
love
he used to
Dobbs,
open it.
yo.
Oh,
It was some
Rest in
great
peace to
nights at
Dobbs.
Dobbs. I opened up for Rich Boy at that John.
Fuck with
Throw
Rich
some
Boy.
D's on it. He was cool
my
boy. What else? Oh, World Cafe Live. Shout
World
out to
Cafe,
Rest of
good
Development
venue, too.
for bringing me out with them on that joint. That was my first sold out crowd. That was bananas.
So it
Rest
seems
in
like you like
Development.
intimate crowds because you've been on the big stage too. Was it radio? Where did you perform with the Roots in New York?
Oh, that was at Carnegie Hall.
Carnegie Hall. So
Carnegie
that's what I'm saying. So that's a huge
yeah, that's
platform.
that's
But
prestigious.
it seemed like everything that you mentioned was more of an intimate crowd.
You know why? Because I feel like the intimate crowds are the ones that take it. You know what I'm saying? They take it in. Like
They
when
feel
you
it.
at a
We can
stadium, they already know you. You know what I'm saying? The intimate crowds, they getting to know you. If I get to the stadium level, it's like, oh, they know every every
they
word.
already. I ain't
You know
got
what
the
I'm
same.
saying? I ain't got
all
really
this.
gotta do nothing. I like the when I gotta work for it. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
it's dope, and it's crazy because, like we said, with you being so lyrical, and you do a long set. You do 30, 40-minute sets.
Yeah.
That's a lot of memorization and a lot of pacing and making sure that, like, do you set your list up according to breathing, or
I do. And then it depends on the crowd. Shout out to my DJ Ant Live, because
salute to Ant
he
Live,
a genius
homie.
on that. He know how to rock it. You know what I'm saying? So he'd be like, yeah, throw this right here, throw this. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of teamwork. Yeah,
it's important because we could do everything, and you could be in the hall rehearsing for days, for hours. But that adrenaline when you on stage,
it's
it
a
changes
whole
your
different
whole
vibe.
breathing.
Yeah,
you not
definitely.
even breathing the same.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
As
It's
a
like being
dancer, I
in
can
the
relate
chamber.
to that.
Right.
Yeah, as a dancer, I can definitely relate to that. Shout out to Philadelphia. Shout out to Donald. So he said,
that's
don't.
legendary.
Absolutely, he said don't schlep, because we go walking through our dances or doing our dances, but then when you gotta be high performance.
Yeah,
It's different. It's a whole different feel.
especially with them lights.
the
It be the lights.
Yes.
I love the lights.
Them lights.
love
Oh
the
man,
lights.
you
All of the
sweating.
lights.
Yeah.
Yes.
That used to be my
It's
shit
all
in
good.
hooping was the lights. If it was late night outside, everybody out there, them lights was on, man.
You right, a monkey on something.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That was my world. And that's
Word.
what music does for me now.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
indeed.
It's the same kind of outlet for me.
Mm-hmm.
But shout out to the people that love performing live, man, and that
Yeah.
take it seriously and put real intention into their craft.
No doubt.
Because it's important. I've seen people, and you've seen this before. They first song, they come out, they got everybody.
Yep.
They next two songs, it's just time to walk away and get drinks.
Right.
And you like, but they dope. They just put the
They
wrong
did. They
song
should
on
have
first.
had this. Yeah, this should have been
it's
it.
about order sometimes.
Mhm.
You know, you build them up,
Yeah,
balance.
that
Yes.
part. That
You know,
part.
you never want to start here and go.
Then they
here.
go, yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like the joint they all know is not going to be the first one unless you about to do it 3 times.
Right.
Yeah, the beginning joint usually should be like the album, not the fillers, but the ones
The
they
cuts.
don't really, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like off Mega example, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do something like Talk Less, Work More. 'Cause it's not a single, but it's still going. You know what I'm saying?
And
then
they
I
see
do
your
Good
intention.
John
Mm-hmm.
later
Shout
on.
out to Good John.
Oh,
It's
man.
funny because
You
like
actually just said in the beginning of the interview.
we
too.
always
we
say
say it all the time. That's how
every
Real
time
rap.
I say it, I be like fucking
Del P. Yep. I
Like
said
you
the same
have
thing.
co-opted Good John. Like now it's yours. Like every
Man,
time I
thank
say it,
y'all.
I think of you. We been saying Good John, but like
Word.
you put it in and that's the thing that
Agreed.
you do for the city. It's like you have a way of being Philly. You know what I mean? Like
Dog.
like a way of being specifically intentionally
Got to.
Philly.
Yeah, thank you, man. Like that's the whole plan, man. Take it around the world.
Yeah, that is what it is. That is what it is. So with this rollout
Mm-hmm.
of this project, what did you do differently from prior projects?
I would say this time I had more firepower from outside the city. Like Canada, they got Hereford in like regular rotation.
Dope.
Houston got it in regular rotation.
Dope.
You know, Shade 45. Shout out to my man Gray Rizzy. Shout out to K Slay. Shout out to Static Selector. They showed me a lot of love.
Dope,
You know what I'm saying?
dope, dope.
Yeah,
So
my
the
man Smith
momentum is
BDM.
building.
Yeah, it's
I
definitely.
love it.
Definitely.
I love it.
Definitely.
But see, that's what I like to hear because you deserve that.
Man, thank you.
Like you know, you could have adjusted certain things, which you do adjust things every time, I'm sure, from what you learned in the past.
Right.
But at the same time, to have that outside
Mm-hmm.
is something to be said because it ain't nobody doing no payola.
Right.
These motherfuckers fuck with the music.
Yeah, that's what it is. Shout out to Static Selector. If he don't like the music, you're not getting
You're
up
not
there.
getting up there. He
what
can't
I'm
even
saying?
play like that
Right.
about his legacy and his job.
Right.
You know what I mean? People think it's different. Like, no, it takes a big budget to push music on a grand scale.
Absolutely.
But you cannot walk to these high-powered DJs at a radio station and hand them a check.
Right.
It don't work like that.
It
It don't work like that at all. Go ahead.
No, I think that resonates. I think people need to understand that too. Understand putting the quality in your work and also
Right.
moving behind it too, like
Yeah.
the execution.
And being on time.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
So
Bro.
shout out to being on time. I'm working on that. So Kay, when I came in, right, Kay was like, "Damn, Si, you early." I'm like, "Yo, I've been doing pretty damn
that's what's
good."
up.
Like I must say, it's really important for people to not only take you seriously, but you miss out. You know how many things I missed out on, how much information I missed out on,
Right.
or a network, or I missed out on just because I was late. And so it's just really important that people understand time management.
No, real right.
And it's not that I don't play with my time; it's I try to do too much. But you got to just be realistic about your time and other people's time too.
Indeed.
And the time is literally a first impression.
Yeah.
Like, I could love your music. I don't know you. So when I'm sitting there and I have something set up and we know what our happenings is, and the first thing that I get from you is, damn, he's slowing up the happenings.
Right.
That's the first impression I have of you
Right.
before you walk in the room.
Facts.
And then no matter what your reason or excuse is, I could be accepting of such, but the first thing was always that thing that was like, well, damn, my time's might not be being respected.
Right.
And I try to always be punctual. They know I'm everywhere on time, early,
No, that's
this, that, and the
facts.
third. But
I know.
I watch many people who interview everybody,
Mm-hmm.
and every time somebody's on time, you hear about it in the interview.
Yeah.
They mention it in the interview.
Facts.
And that's been for years. Like every time that person has been punctual, they say, and they was on time today,
Yeah, because
man.
boy, them celebrities,
It's
2-3
vicious.
hours late, like
Yeah.
It's vicious.
craziness.
Like a Lauryn Hill concert. My fault.
Man, listen, I remember one situation where they invited like 4 or 5 different hip hop artists to this situation, but I was the only artist that showed up, the only one.
That showed up, period.
Period.
Wow.
And got the look. You know
Exactly.
Right.
what I'm saying?
Layup. Now it's a layup.
Like,
Yeah.
it's like, yo, you deserve this because they thought we
They
was
playing.
Yeah, exactly.
They playing. And it's crazy because we set shit up. I might have donuts for y'all, sandwiches or something.
Right.
Like now all this, like just reminders of what didn't happen. Like there's
Real
just
right.
more sandwiches in the back.
Yeah.
But no, I lost my last question
so-
because I thought about sandwiches. Go
Oh, I
ahead.
got one real quick. So, Del, you are really an entertainer, right? So, I ask a question of, do you anticipate or want to be in like front of the big camera, like an actor?
Oh,
I
that's
can
funny.
see you doing that.
That's funny. Friday, you might see me in a little role as an inmate
Okay.
in a movie about George Floyd.
Okay.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
know the movie.
I heard it. I heard
You
about
know I
that.
know.
Yeah, it
I
come
heard
it come
about
out
that.
on Friday.
Yeah.
They actually rolling it out Thursday in Minnesota where it
Dope.
happened.
And
You know what I'm
salute to
saying?
them because I've been seeing that it's really being taken serious.
Oh, it's gonna
Absolutely.
be
a
real.
big fucking deal. Like
Yeah.
this is gonna shake some shit up. They
Yeah.
gonna talk about it.
And shout out to Terrence Hakeem because he really putting me like in the forefront of that.
Dope.
Like,
Dope.
yeah, man.
You deserve it, bro.
Man, thank y'all.
Absolutely.
You deserve it. But that's
Absolutely.
what it's about. It's like diversifying and
Yeah.
figuring that other
Absolutely.
world out too.
Right.
Because you never know what you could do over there.
And the funny thing about that is I used to do plays when I was in 12. Like, I was 12, 13 years old in Yo A-Cat. Yo A-Cat, we used to go around doing
remember
plays.
Yo
I remember
and
your A-Cat.
giving out
yeah.
condoms and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So
I was scared to ask my dad if
everything
I
that I
could
was
be your
learning
A-Cat.
back then is like right now.
Literally what I say on here all the time. Like all the stuff that I did when I was a kid.
It was
all the
prepping
stuff
me.
my parents made me do. All of that. I'm using it now.
Yeah, indeed.
You know what I mean?
Rest,
Through
rest in peace to Air
entertainment.
Smooth. You know what I'm saying?
Rest
He
in
was
peace.
one of my mentors. If you don't know who Air Smooth is, he's the one that discovered Beanie Secret.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He was Black Thought's best friend. You know what I'm saying? So I had Zucon who did Ballin' for Jim Jones.
Mhm.
I had Air Smooth. I had Fred Burnett, and Linda Burnett is the, she was the matriarch of Yo A-Cat. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So, yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That now you brought my last question back. How has it been since you've met Thought, the relationship with Thought? Like, because I know that that was one of those things where there's somebody you looked up to, but when you
Right.
met him, I'm sure he knew your name already.
Yeah, indeed.
So how have y'all grown since then?
Oh, that's my guy. Shout out to Black Thought. He always show love to me,
Salute
man.
to the guy, Black Thought.
Yeah, man.
Illest
Shout out to
freestyle
Munir.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Munir, that's his like his stylist, man. But he be showing me a lot of love. You know what I'm saying? And Zaina, like she good friends with Munir since they was kids. So
Dope.
yeah, man.
So it's one of those things where
Yeah, like mutual friends. Like I said, Air Smooth. My man Ali Bay, who was on Mega, he did Remain Solid, and he did Arrival. But
Right.
that's Black Thought God brother. Like it's crazy. The works did follow the signs,
Yeah.
and that's his artist too. So it was like meant.
Wow.
Yeah,
the whole web
it was
worked
meant.
into that situation.
Yeah, facts.
No, but that's ill. It's like you got the banner connection, and like you
Yeah.
said, he goes A&R some stuff for you sometimes.
Yeah,
He offers
definitely.
you advice in different ways.
Yep,
like,
about setting
these
my
are
vocals.
blessings, bro.
Yeah, shout out to Banner. Told me to sit. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you be under the beat. You know what I'm saying? But he like, no, tell the engineer to put you loud as possible. I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah, I
it
mean,
worked.
certain
Yeah.
certain vocal tones have to be,
Mm-hmm.
and
And they hear you clear.
and you stand at the front of the stage when you perform, it should sound like that on the track.
Right. Facts.
You see what I'm saying? And
Facts.
people don't know about that standing on the front of the stage part.
Right.
You gonna move, but you gotta address that motherfucker from the tip. Let them know you on there. It's your stage.
Right.
I don't know. I get into my thing.
No,
like,
real rap. That's what it is. Like, listen, y'all gonna take this serious. This ain't.
It's a real thing. Artist development used to be my thing. So it's like I still get into my modes where I'm at shows and it's like I can still think you dope.
Right.
I just wish I had a relationship with you in 5 minutes.
Right. So I could. Yeah.
Your next performance would be outstanding.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Just because we owe it to ourselves to do that. If you don't know, somebody should try to help you with that shit.
Right. And it's fast because a lot of people that's successful won't give the knowledge to these youngins. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm sitting here trying to learn every day. It can't just be for me because half the stuff I'm learning don't pertain. Because you find out so much on journeys. You pick up other little things along the way that you can help somebody else with.
It's so interesting y'all both said that because I was reading something and it really resonated with me. And it was more about the people you should surround yourself with, but I also think it's how you should live your own life. And it was like 30 or 33% of the people should be like your mentors, right? 33% of the people should be your peers, and then 33% of the people you're surrounding should be people you're helping and pulling up. And I just think that that's how it should work, but I don't think it does.
Right.
I like the ratio.
Yeah,
I never heard it that way, but
no, but
thinking
that's real.
about my lifestyle and how it's kind of
it's on that tip, right?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just think that we should. I think if people would more live by that, or live by that work or that finding,
right.
We all would be in a better position,
right?
Right,
And
you
everybody
paying
would
it forward, and you reach,
right.
Everybody would be humbler,
and that's why I did what I did on my album. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Tracy Lee. Shout out to Wise Intelligent. These are
shout out
the
to
OGs
Wise.
I look up to,
bro.
That's
you
my
feel what I'm
Please talk
saying?
more about these features, bro.
Yeah,
Please.
like Wise Intelligent. That's why
Wise.
this funky joint.
Absolutely.
Word is fine. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, this is.
But he
I
got
don't
that
know.
Dell P flavor
But he
with
got-
him
yeah,
now.
like that's-
You know what I mean?
No, and
Shout out
the
to
crazy
Wise.
thing,
That's heavy.
it's organic. Like, it wasn't like, yo, I love you as a fan. You know what I'm saying? No, he seen me at One Art and was like, yo, you hip hop. You know what I'm saying? That's how we, you know what I'm
Real
saying? We crossed paths and, you know what I'm saying, kept it
Shout
G
out
when
to
I.
Mad Squabbles.
Yeah, shout out to Squabbles. You know what I'm
Always
saying?
gotta
My
shout out
brother.
Squabbles,
That's bro.
Because
That's
since
bro.
Youngin was 16 and I first seen him, like, he's hip hop.
He's hip hop.
He
Yeah,
said
shout
the
out
only
to
one
Joe
that was
Jack.
born in 96, still rapping like 96. I was like, oh.
Real rap. Real
Like,
rap.
you know, that's what
hard.
you
That's my favorite young boy.
You know
yo.
how long I waited to hear a young boy
Right.
say something that meant something like
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
After years of hearing young boys talk about, oh, he older. We don't listen. He's a bum. He ain't never was nice. Like,
Right.
and it's like, no, it's somebody out there that's doing
That-
the knowledge
yeah.
and doing their work, man.
Exactly. Yeah, man.
Shout
Shout
out
out.
to his pop too, man.
Yeah, shout out to Joe Jack, man. Rest in peace to his uncle, because that's, you know what I'm saying, that's where that stem from.
Come
That's
from,
funny
right.
because that's how I started, because of my uncles. You know what I'm saying? So I relate the Squabbles on so
Wholeheartedly
many
with
levels.
Squabbles, right.
You know what I'm saying? But far as the features, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
Wise Intelligent, Tracy Lee, we got MC Knowledge, we got Forever Teller Made,
My
we got
guy.
Trash Man, we got my baby bro, Zone Boy Mayor.
Yo,
You know what I'm
that-
saying?
Yo, that's different for you.
That's different, right?
That's
yeah,
different for you.
Yo,
I
like
like that.
he had me in my bed, like, you know what I'm
I
saying?
like
He had me
that.
back in Overbrook,
I like
Cypher,
that. It felt
lunchroom.
like it.
Yeah, lunchroom. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if you heard it yet, but
Yo,
like,
John,
that's one of them
bananas.
joints that you like.
Yeah, shout out to
sir.
Teeth. Teeth showed up, killed
Shout
the
out to
joint.
your brother,
You know what I'm
man,
saying?
because,
My baby
man.
bro is nice. You know what I'm saying?
Man, he
That's
talking
me back in the day.
He talking that real heavy.
That's
You know
me
what I
back
mean?
in the
That-
day.
Yeah, I like that.
You know what
I
I'm
remember
saying?
you was like, and this my brother, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
this what we doing on this joint.
Right.
Solid.
Right. It was
No,
just
that
a cipher joint. You know what I'm saying?
That
Rest in
was
peace to my mom. We had to do that.
Absolutely. Rest in
You know what I'm
peace to the
saying?
queen, man. No, that's dope. But you know what? He on one of the projects that is guaranteed to be historical.
Yeah. Yeah, indeed. It was all about
The
timing,
whole
bro.
project gonna be a moment, and that's one of the moments on the project.
Right. A lot of people
It
love, like,
already
yeah.
is.
Yeah.
That's dope. See what I'm saying? Like everything about this is so full circle from the elementary aspect of it,
Right.
which is ill because we all come up with people that was dope. We all had more time to be with people and be creative, and then it gets to the point where it's like, damn, we still ain't done us.
Right.
Like we got to do our thing. You know what I
Right,
mean?
indeed.
And for it to happen that way and to come out with you know, nothing's perfect, but
Right.
perfect for what the intention was.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
what could you ask for? Like, what more can you ask? How did Rob feel when he heard the project in totality?
Oh
in
man,
order?
he like I remember
he
I was
bouncing
playing
around the fucking office.
Yo, when I was playing, I played the shout out to Trashman. I had played the filling for him. I had played 1991, and I had played, I think, the People's MC. He just was like, "Yo, this is bananas." Like, you know what I'm saying?
But
He ain't
Rob
even
heard-
heard the Jones with Tracy.
Rob heard everything.
Yeah, he heard
He done
everything.
heard
Yeah,
everything.
he's snapping now.
That's why
Like,
I
he
asked
snapping,
that. It's
snapping.
like, come on,
Yeah.
man. Like
Yeah.
that gotta be
That
that gotta
John.
mean something to you.
Bruh.
Like you know, like man, y'all my ears,
Yeah.
which is respectable ears. But your ear has been one of the ears
Word.
for decades of this shit, bro.
Yeah, man. 30
So-
years. That was another thing.
When it come to technical, he's listening for like clean.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and he always say that. He like, yo, it get better every time.
And you do, and I told you that, and you've given me a couple reasons why, but what's been your latest goal to reach, like as far as what you might feel like you haven't done musically
I
or
was gonna ask that.
It's
things
just,
like that?
it's just torn, man.
And I was gonna ask
Time
that.
to get out
It's
there.
time. It's
out there,
time
out
to roll. It's
I was
time to
gonna ask
roll.
that. That's
All right,
exactly what I was
well,
gonna
I'm
ask.
gonna keep that in the back of my
Yeah.
mind. If I can help you with that,
Word.
please let me know, and I will do
Appreciate
so.
that.
But I think it's time.
Yeah.
I think it's time.
Yeah.
Agreed. So I know you were saying earlier in the interview that you got a lot of reach, like in Canada and some other international places,
And
you,
Houston,
and
which
Houston
is-
too. Yeah, Houston is heavy
Yeah.
too.
Shout out to Quantum Leap Radio. They show me a lot of love.
And they hip hop.
Yeah, they definitely. Yo, that show was
Houston
crazy
is
hip-hop.
yo.
crazy hip hop.
Dope.
So
Yeah.
my question is, how's so you spoke to Canada?
Mm-hmm.
How's your reception? I would imagine that you have a good reception internationally.
Overseas, yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So,
Shout out to
They
D
love
Crime
Real
over
hip-hop.
in London and UK showed me a lot of love.
See?
No
My man
surprises there, right?
Ryan Proctor. Oh, but my biggest fan base is in Japan. That's the crazy thing.
Oh, you lit then.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be.
You good
I
for
thought I was gonna be the UK was gonna be the biggest, but it's Japan. I was
So-
like,
But
wow.
do you know what's crazy? What you just explained as a brother from Philly
Right,
that still said, I ain't even got out there yet. Like, I need to get out there and move around.
right.
Do you see how many people hip hop influenced before they heard your shit?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you see the reach just through your numbers, through your trajectory? Because,
Right.
you know, we get the specifics. You can go with the insanely specific numbers of where your shit is
Right.
being played at and listened to and what the numbers is.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen my music played in places I've never even thought of.
Right. You never thought they even heard. Yeah.
And then not
Indeed.
even thought that if this exists and this is where it's at, they listen to shit that we do.
Right.
Like, not even hip hop, American shit. Like, it reaches, like,
Yeah,
bro,
it's
do you
crazy.
understand how powerful
Yeah.
we are?
It's crazy.
I tell people
man.
all the time, we've done more of the end racism than any other culture. Hip hop has.
Right.
We've brought motherfuckers together. You just said you heaviest in Japan, bro.
Yeah, man.
That means that there's a bunch of motherfuckers in Japan that feel like us on
Yeah.
some level.
Right.
Yeah,
And this is how they get their shit off.
indeed.
That's crazy.
Right, and then the funny thing is, like when I thought about that, I thought about all the artists that was some of my favorites. Tribe Called Quest, heavy in Japan.
Heavy over there.
Wu-Tang, heavy.
Ridiculous.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm
Yeah.
like, oh,
They the
okay.
first ones that let us see it though.
Right.
Yeah.
What was it? The show
Yeah.
when they was over there, it, like that was
Facts.
the first time we saw
That
at
is
least
major.
hip hop
Yeah.
over there, and
Yeah.
like the reception of it, and like the real. They're walking through the marketplace, and people are just coming up with love,
Right, man.
and
it-
know they shit.
Right. And it's a blessing that, you know, I can drop projects and they fans of me, but they also get to hear my little brother. They get to hear Forever Telling Me. They get
See,
to hear
I was
Trash.
going there, though.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I'm like with you being the vessel.
Right.
Who would imagine that your brother wouldn't imagine what you doing or you doing?
Mm-hmm.
He ain't never think that it's on him to be popping in Japan.
Right.
He like, yo, I want my brother to win.
Right. But
want
now,
my-
yeah.
Now they gonna know that
They
version.
going to, yeah. They
It stands out on the project.
Facts.
It stands out.
Facts.
You like, oh,
Facts.
this is where we go. I'm telling you, bro. We was in the
Yeah.
car. I was looking at him like
Right.
one of these joints where you just start smiling. You look over like,
Right.
I didn't
That one,
know.
yeah.
Like, I didn't know.
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
know. That's your juice, by the way.
Thank you.
But yeah, no, that's dope, man. I'm glad to hear it, man.
I just want to shout out somebody real quick. Rest in peace to James G. Spady. He used to write for my dad's newspaper, The New Observer.
Rest in peace.
And I'm not sure if you're familiar with him, but he wrote that. So my first exposure to that was as a youngin'. He wrote books like, I think it was called The Street Consciousness of Hip Hop. And so I was exposed as a youngin' from Spady. He was my mentor. He's who taught me how to write.
Right.
I did my first interviews. I interviewed Beanie. I interviewed Beanie when he first came. I was like 17, 18 or something like that. So that's who I learned my ropes
Young Lisa
from.
Thomas Lori.
Exactly. So I just want to shout him
Bean's
out.
cool. Bean's cool as a fan too.
He is.
Man.
No,
He
Beans
is.
is cool.
He is, but I just had to shout my OG out because I learned a lot from him.
Right.
So,
Right.
That's
Rest
the
in
thing.
peace.
Do you writing a book or you writing your phone?
Sometimes it depends, but most of the time I write on my phone or in my head.
From convenience.
Yeah.
You know that they're saying no matter where you write at, you should transcribe it
Yeah. Absolutely.
in your own handwriting.
You need that.
Because it's worth something.
Yeah.
The original good jawn
Right.
penmanship
Right.
is like a RTG.
NFT. There.
NFT.
Yeah.
I said RTG.
You
Like,
can NFT.
shout out to Raheem the Gentleman.
I knew what you was talking about.
NFT. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
shit like that. But
Yeah.
they was talking about that before NFTs was a thing.
Oh, okay.
Like I've heard mad people, especially a lot of the OG artists, tell people like, "Yo, just write it down,
Right.
and keep it because it'll be auctioned. It'll be put in these hip hop museums, which we're going to have plenty of. Like, don't think hip hop is too small to have one museum.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be one in Philly. It's gonna be one in Cali. It's gonna be one in Chicago. It's gonna be one down in the A.
So
I
all
know.
of this, we need. I need the used to be white paper of your shit.
Right.
On
right.
a wall
The
somewhere.
shoebox, yeah.
So look, right? It's so funny.
Mad shoeboxes around, yo.
It's so funny because I related something to what you so early a few minutes ago. You were saying how you've accomplished a lot, but you still haven't even got to what you want to get to, right?
Right.
And I was thinking, I feel like that can be an expression from hip hop because hip hop is so young and have accomplished a lot. But I don't
it's
think
still-
that we've reached the leaps and bounds that we
Oh, no.
where we're
Mm-mm.
going
The
to.
problem is hip hop started with such a young crowd that the understanding of how young the genre is gets lost.
Right.
Because you grew up with it, so it feels old.
Yeah.
But you're not comparing it to every other genre of
Facts.
music,
Right.
Which makes
60,
which
70,
makes
yeah,
us
yeah.
newborns.
Still,
The
we
time
still
we got
babies.
in now, we are babies
We still
in the
babies.
genre game,
Absolutely.
and that's probably up until the genre that you put right above ours as far as longevity.
Right.
Like we are still a baby
Right.
to them.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
as far as progression, the things we seeing out of Jay-Z's and certain people in the business world,
Right.
we didn't have that before. And like I said, even though they'll admit finally that we sell more than rock music, we don't get the same contracts as rock artists.
Right.
Let me
There's
tell,
no balance there yet.
Right.
let me tell you what the headline
And they don't
was.
put
on-
age on rock either.
They
They don't
You
put
know
what I'm
age
saying?
on rock
They
at all.
don't.
I think hip hop
Ozzy
is the
Osbourne,
only one.
90
80
years
years
old.
old.
Right, doing this
Kneeling.
thing. Yeah.
Ozzy Osbourne. But listen, it's so funny you said that too because just before I came here, the headline on the news was "Rock is back," and it's saying they were saying like who's that they were going to name the rock group that's headlining the first.
Real Squad 215. Oh my bad.
Absolutely, shout out to them, Squad.
Velcro them.
No, but it was interesting that they highlighted that rock is back, not
Right.
the entertainment is back, not the music is back, concerts is back,
Just rock.
just rock. So it was
Because
interesting.
It's,
You know.
it's salacious. It's one of those things.
You know how they do.
You know, it's all clickbait. It's all catchphrases. It's
Just like I don't get why is it Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, right? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It should
and
be
why
a,
are we getting added to the rock
Yeah,
and
that's
roll?
what. Yeah, it
and
should be a
fighting to
hip
be in the
hop.
rock and roll hall.
It should
Right.
be a hip hop Hall of Fame by now. You know what I'm saying? Like and give it to the people y'all need to give it to.
But you know what?
Cool Hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Get back the Cold Crush.
You know what I'm saying?
But like
yeah.
this is what happens where like this is one of those times where I feel like we're in the best position to start doing those things now.
Yeah, agreed.
If you really look at where, and it's not like everybody in the community is getting dollars, but anybody that know anything about hip hop, if one young boy pop off, that creates 8 jobs for hood people.
That's
Minimum,
that part.
yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Not
That
even the
part.
people, he's going to pay somebody above him, the lawyers, the counsels, but he's going
Well,
to
he gonna make sure it's
he's
cool.
going to make sure some people make some money, start some businesses, do things like that. That's all positive always.
Word.
But now we're in a position where we have so many of those.
Yeah.
And then we have Jay-Z's and
Right.
Dr. Dre's and people that sit at these
Cubes
tables in
and-
these offices. And please don't, like, people think that they kiss ass to get in these rooms. They don't understand how excited these white men are, these old
have
white
them in
men
the
are.
Or to do business with them.
That exactly.
And then they got somebody speaking for them that don't floss, don't do nothing. Like the boy that be breaking Jay-Z deal, they say he in a cab, in and out. Like you don't know who this dude is.
Ghost. He a ghost.
Yeah.
But it's like now we're able to be a part of business on a level that we didn't see before with people that are intentionally showing that they care about our community in a lot of different ways. And you can say, well, you don't do this or you don't do this. But no matter what that person does, they're filling that gap.
Right.
We all got our own role to play. Fill a gap.
That's it.
Fill up a barrel. Send sneakers to Africa. Send them to Germantown. I don't care what you do.
Right. Just play your part.
Play your part. Like
assist.
But we're in a position where if you do the work, there might be somebody that looks like you that understands your story that you could reach out to help you get to the next level.
That part.
You know what I mean?
Part, yeah.
So when it comes to having the Hall of Fames and the museums and things, it took a T.I. to make a trap museum.
Right.
That was an homage to they thing.
Who did the one in the Bronx? Was it LL?
He was a part of it. I think Rock the Bells was a huge part of that.
Okay.
And shout out to him for Rock the Bells. People don't realize how major that is.
Yeah, that's crazy right there.
He actually filled the gap, and I'll ask your opinion on this. I've always said, even though nowadays we still praise radio as artists, but we know that radio is not as big as it used to be as far as a necessity.
Indeed.
I feel like every major city should have an old school hip hop station.
Yeah.
I feel like you're wasting 40 years of music.
Right.
That's never going to get played unless it's 12 o'clock noon.
Yeah.
Right.
And
unless it's a holiday weekend, then you get one
and then
DJ.
You have 30 years worth of people that don't want to hear what's on the hip hop stations. They want to hear that shit.
Right.
So you actually have a bigger market of, for the, like, one thing we know about music, you want kids because they have more expendable income.
Right.
Yeah.
When you're talking about radio, you're talking about viewership, tuning in.
Right.
Being at work all day with a certain station on.
Right.
In a room full of people that agree on that station.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I always wonder why that's not a thing. Like every major city should have an old school hip hop station, and it probably shouldn't even be called that. But that's what it is. We playing timeless hip hop music.
It got to have a backspin. It got to. On the
they got
now on the internet. We got stations.
That's what I was about to say.
There's apps for that.
That's what I was about to say.
Glocawear, we keep the range crazy. But I really feel like
mainstream.
I really feel like since every station in every city is only ran by two corporations anyway, that one of them is leaving a lot of money on the table.
Yeah, that's
shout out to Kathy Hughes. Hopefully,
that's facts because
hopefully Kathy Hughes and Radio One to fill that.
Salute to Kathy Hughes. Absolutely.
It just seemed like a lot of the radio stations like FM done turned into blogs. Like, you know what I'm saying? You ever you ever go on Instagram and see what's going on?
Bro,
yeah.
I'm like, yo, this is what y'all promoting?
Right.
Because they're trying to chase digital.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like.
And they don't know how to get attention because they don't allow their DJs to break anything.
Right.
So there's nothing new to tune in for. There's nothing exciting over there.
Yeah.
And then you might have one DJ that you let do it, say a Cosmic Kev, for a 2-hour slot.
For 2 hours.
At a time that's not prime time.
Right. 9 o'clock.
Remember when the Come Up show was really about
breaking
coming
shit.
up
every week. Every week,
it's not that no more, yo.
It's not. But it's like we see that we're behind the scenes. We go into these buildings as artists, and I go in for business. I'm in meetings with some of these people too at the same time, whether they realize it or not.
Right.
Like they might not realize I've been here. I've been here before on the other side. I know how y'all play. You know what I'm saying? Because I was there on behest of a host and not them.
Right.
But at the same time, it's like when you really look into it, it's like. It's a lot of excuses being made to control a narrative. Yeah. Where if it was actually about the money that y'all make everything about, then y'all would do shit like that. Yeah. That would make sense.
Right, because people
would be through the roof.
Just imagine them having a show right now, right? Like an hour, 2 hours, just dedicated to the up and coming Philly. Once a week.
Do you know how many shows I go to in a week and how many dope people I see in 1 week?
That's what I'm saying.
The city in the surrounding areas.
This is exactly what I'm saying.
I'm not just going limited to us because Philly is always ill.
Yeah, the tri-state.
But as somebody in Philly, I think we gotta let people know they out here too.
Oh, yeah.
South Jersey got about 10 of the best producers in the game right now.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Facts.
But it's like I see these people. We don't hear these people. And you know what happens when people come to Fly Day? They say, "Well, I don't never hear none of this shit. Who is this? Yo, this is crazy. Yo, who is this?"
Right.
I'm literally saying y'all names all the time, and then explaining to people why they're just hearing it from me.
Right.
And I don't want to do that.
Right.
I don't mind saying your name part.
Right.
I don't like the fact that once I say the name, it's not easily recognizable as
Right.
it should be.
No, I feel you. I feel
That
you.
part hurts because it's like, bro, we've been letting this thing ring, and we gonna do that. But I only have but so much power, so much influence. But what we do does live on YouTube, live on the internet, is there forever. Right. But you have to know that when I do my show, all we play is people that sat on that stool.
Right.
And it's dope shit.
Right.
I can rock your party full of songs you never heard before because my DJ know how to play them in succession in a way that we just gonna rock.
Indeed.
So it's just weird to me. It's very weird, but it's because two companies own every station.
That's it.
That every station has the same format.
And
Every
then they got
program
older
director
people
gives the
in
same meeting.
power that don't want to change. Like it's time for somebody else to take the reins.
Changing to the guards. Give it to the. Don't even
time.
give it to me. Give it to the youngins. But I ain't gonna lie. Some of y'all can use me.
Yeah, that's facts. I vouch for
I was
that.
waiting
Because
for
y'all
it.
do it for the culture, man. Thank y'all for that. Because a lot of people just, oh yeah, so what's up with the beef with the? Y'all don't do none of that, man. And I appreciate that. Real rap,
bro. I'm from a city where it's too small to start doing that kind of shit.
It's too real to be doing that kind
I'm
of shit.
from a reality where I decided to forego certain names and certain walks of life to leave a certain world alone.
That part.
You see what I'm saying?
That part.
And I'm not going to ever try to pull that into this world.
Right.
As a man, certain things come and we handle them as men. I've been through those parts.
Right, but we not just going.
But I'm not.
Yeah.
No. Nope.
We ain't gonna speak it. No.
No. My
We ain't
music
speaking
ain't
that.
even about that.
Right. It's about having fun. It's about enjoying your life.
But I do, for anybody that's heard me on the feature, withhold the right to get into that world because I was in that world.
Yeah, exactly. You can tell that story, but you can also get the repercussions. That's what's missing. People telling the story or telling who they did this and that to, but they not telling the repercussions.
But everybody want to be Hove, and he was doing that.
Right, he was telling the repercussions.
Ready to start bitching, ain't you? About to start snitching, ain't you?
I
forgive your weak ass. Hustler just ain't you.
Right.
Aside from the fast cars, honeys that shake they ass and bars, you know you wouldn't be involved
With
with
the
the
underworld dealers, carriers and Mac Millers,
East Coast bodies, West Coast cat pillars, little monkey niggas
turn gorillas.
filled up
Yeah.
on octane. Now he's insane and he's not playing and not saying that goes without saying.
Saying day in and day out.
Day out till the money plays in and then he plays you out.
Like that's
That was 96, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, did y'all listen? 'Cause
Right.
I was a kid when that came out, and I was
Right.
like, that makes all the sense in the world. 'Cause
Right.
you
Right.
see it happen in front of you while you walk into the corner store. You
Right.
see these dudes every day, and you see how it play out, and you hear the stories afterwards,
Right.
and you see who goes away or who runs away or whatever have you. Like, this is what happens. So
Facts.
it's like, why not tell that part?
Right.
Why not tell that part?
Because it's definitely not peaches and cream.
I told him, my man hung it up. I chalked it.
Right.
Why? Because I ain't trust nobody but him.
Right.
You can always find somebody else to work with.
Right. But as far as that, I feel you. Yeah. I feel you.
I ain't got nobody else I'm gonna tell my address.
Right. A lot of the ones I knew that was out here, construction workers now. You know what I'm saying? Like they family men.
My right hand was just part of the biggest class of Philadelphia firemen a year or two ago Philly ever had.
Word.
And he wanted to do that shit since we was out there.
Right.
Years ago.
Right.
Years ago. For anybody that don't realize that I'm older.
Right.
Years ago. That was his agenda. He did the sanitation thing for a while, and then he got his
very
shot.
persistent.
Right.
Very persistent.
That's
She knows
love.
him. You know what I mean?
that's
Both
love.
our folks. But it's like, I'm proud to see that.
Yeah, exactly.
I was happy for him when he chalked it.
Right.
I just wished I would have had a little boy heads up.
No,
Like,
that's
we
funny.
about to pull out.
Now?
But he didn't expect me to chill.
Right.
You know what I mean? That was my decision.
I was talking about that with my coworker earlier. Like, I grew up around 60th and Thompson and all that, but I moved on the other side of Market.
Grandma from 60th and Locust, by the
Right.
way.
Right. So I was living like on like Christian. So if I go past Christian Street, Catherine Street, I see the same old heads from back then on the same exact corner doing the same exact.
thing.
You know what?
No.
I went away to college, and I didn't go far. I tried to go far, and then by the time it was time to go, I had homies that went before me and realized
You were far enough.
with what I was going through, I didn't want to be too far to be able to come back when I needed to.
Right.
You know. So my old head, I was walking to the depot at Cheltenham to catch the bus to Willow Grove to go to my job at Champs in the sneaker store.
Right.
And he seen me, gave me a ride. Kyle, rest in peace, my OG Kyle. It's like my guy,
Rest in
brother.
peace.
Put me in the car. Yo, come on, I got you. Drive you up there. And this is about a 3-5 minute ride.
Right.
And within that ride, what he got out was, so what you doing after you graduate? You going to school? I know you going to college. But yo, go away. Go away to college. He said, yo, you going to feel like you missing something?
Right.
You going to come
Right
back.
back.
These niggas is going to be doing the same shit you was doing. They was doing when you left.
Right.
And you saying that that's what you witnessed, that's what he prepared me for.
Indeed.
So even when I was in situations where it might even felt to them like I was on their level, I was always planning my next move,
Right.
my exit strategy. I did things out of necessity. I did things out of pride.
Right.
But I got too much pride to have the same necessities 5 years later.
And you had an agenda.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've had people come up to me, and you probably seen this before. I had an old head come to me one time at the park, and he like, yo, what's going on with you? And I'm like, I'm chilling, what's up? He like, no, you was always doing shit. You was having parties, doing this, that, and the third. Like, I used to look to you. You used to give me life, give me energy.
Right.
And I'm like, I'm good. I'm figuring something out. I got something coming up.
Right.
But people don't know that.
Right.
So they're assuming that you not in your thing. But it's like, no, I'm more
Because I'm not
strategic.
talking. Right.
It might seem like the things that I do is just like, but no, I think about all of this shit for a while.
Right.
Before I say something to
Method to
somebody.
the madness.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, this Sippin' with Sammie thing doesn't look the way that it does because I had the opportunity to get in front of a camera.
Right. Right. You had to plan this out.
You know what I mean? This
Yeah.
is something that I've been, even without my knowledge at times, working towards for damn near 6-7 years.
Right.
I didn't even know it.
Right. All the networking, everything, all of that goes into
That's
it.
15, 17 years with her next to me.
Right.
I keep it G with you. When you
Right.
talk about the network, that come from when Mozart told me I was his manager on a rainy day when I just came by to smoke weed, and he gave me a Def Jam phone Nextel and a fucking a hard what was it called, a spreadsheet with all of the positions, everybody's A&R, lawyer, manager in the industry.
Wow.
Back when they used to give you them.
Yeah, I remember them, John.
I had one of them. I used to wake up every morning, smoke an L, and make phone calls.
Yo, we used to be in the yellow page. we used to do all that, so I know
I
exactly
had
what
the
you're talking
direct
about.
jawn with
Right,
everybody joint. So he's like damn near circling motherfuckers,
Yeah.
but like just pointing out like, yo, hit this person, this person, this person, tell them it's me.
Right.
And that was my thing every morning while I was getting my wake and bake on.
Right.
And I was handling business.
Right.
And then we would call her and say, yo, we got a situation. We ain't even got a letterhead. She make us a fly load situation.
Right.
We need a bio. She would handle that.
Right.
We need to meet such and such a person. She
Collect.
introduced us to an entertainment lawyer, biggest entertainment lawyer in this. You might know who Lloyd Remick is.
I heard of Remnant.
Years ago, Remick, she walked us there to his office.
I heard
Hood
of
niggas. I'm fresh off the block.
We had who we had back in the day. We had Helen Richardson back in
Helen
the day.
Richardson was heavy though.
She was heavy.
Helen Richardson was heavy.
Yeah.
Her office probably looked like Lloyd's. Messy with a bunch of big plaques on the wall.
Right. In the Liberty One building. I
Yep.
think. You know what
And
I'm
where
saying?
was his?
We
This
was
was on
in
Chestnut.
No. We went in Chestnut because he was in the building where my temple, where Temple was at.
He was across from the diesel store.
1528 Chestnut. He wasn't in 1528 Chestnut then.
Was that
Yeah, 1528
See,
Chestnut.
we've been in this joint for a
I mean,
minute,
Walnut.
bro.
No.
Walnut? Was it
1528
Walnut?
Walnut.
All right.
1428 Walnut. Whatever it is. It's 28. Yeah, I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
but you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like, see what I'm saying? We
Right.
was doing
We
that
been-
shit.
Where
And people
Cheesecake
don't
Factory
realize
is
that,
now.
bro.
Right. They don't realize the
They be
grind.
looking at it like, no, it's like our intention has been our intention. Son of the 215 was ours.
Yeah.
He from my hood. I grew
Yeah.
up with Youngin.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And when I met Mozart and he said, yo, I'm doing this, that, and the third, he was on some in-between shit. And then
Right.
it got to the point where he was like, yo, I just need somebody that I could vibe with and get some music done with. I hit him up first
Right.
because out of all the youngins in my neighborhood that I knew he deserved it more. I knew he
Facts.
wanted it more.
Right.
And they like, all right, this what happened. I say, all right, at the time he was D Bills. You know that.
Shout out to
I
Son
said-
215.
I said,
Shout out to
Bills,
bro.
go through there tonight, such and such, such and such. He didn't make it that night. He came the next day and I wasn't there.
Word.
I was running the streets. So he came, they vibed, he left with a beat. He came back the next day with the song done.
Word.
Ready to lay it. You know what I mean? And after that, gold.
Right.
And mind you, Mozart is still, he produced State of Emergency for him.
Oh, okay, got you.
Free.
Word.
Today.
Wow,
You see what
that's
I'm saying?
crazy. Yeah.
So like, you gotta realize, like, I made that marriage happen because of he's dope and you're dope.
Right. We're gonna make this make sense.
Guess
So my intention has been that since I've built the network in this industry.
Right.
Through the same person that I just told you put me into it
Right.
from a business aspect of it. I've been rapping since I was 12. I never thought about being an A&R.
Right.
I never thought about cultivating talent. I never thought about none of that shit.
Right, and it happened naturally.
And it was just one of those things.
Right,
It was
exactly.
an energy thing. And then I get in this position where it's like you kind of got to do a little bit of everything.
Everything. You gotta wear a lot of different hats.
And you gotta hope that you treated people right along the way.
Yeah, that's a big thing. People don't
But
understand
you
that.
know what? It's crazy about hope. What you said is you hope you treated people the right way. It's about their perception because you might have done things the right way or what you thought was the
That's
best
where
thing.
the hope comes from.
You know what I'm saying?
Because
I
it's
know.
like, my intention is always to lead with love.
Yeah.
I've had very few instances where I had to show the rook side of me. But sometimes you don't know what somebody
How
took
else?
from an experience.
Exactly. That's
Like
what
they
I
might
was saying.
take it a whole
That's what I was
different-
getting
yeah.
at. That was my
I
point.
might have been talking to Dell. Somebody might have said something. I might have been like, yeah, I appreciate it. Hold on real quick.
And
that
they looking
motherfucker
at it
left.
like, yeah,
Right.
they probably like,
And
oh,
felt
he
some type
sleepy.
of way. And I
Yeah.
didn't realize it.
Right.
I just know when I turned around, they wasn't there no more.
Right. It's the ego. You know
But
what
at
I'm
the
saying?
same time, Dell might have just got off stage, and I might be trying to talk to his ego and let him know he did his thing.
But also,
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This is his moment.
or you might
It's
just be
not my
taking care of
time.
business
Right.
though.
It's a sidetrack.
But you
Right.
also just might be taking care of
I
business.
mean that too. I try to start on the lighter side of things because a lot of times it is business, and people don't realize if I got this in my hand, it doesn't mean I'm not handling business.
Exactly.
Right. Most of the time when I'm out and about, even if I'm in my local neighborhood bar that has nobody in the
You
industry in
on
it,
point.
I be figuring out some shit with somebody that I
Right.
know got something to add to a situation.
Some figuring out.
Where they could benefit from a situation.
Right.
Because this starts me thinking. The drink can start me thinking.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right,
And,
real
and,
rap.
and that's what makes me happy with it. Like I probably would have slowed down doing it at events with the intention of business. The reason that I do it so much is because it actually gets more business done.
Real right.
It's the weirdest thing. I just gotta remember what we talked about. But I tell everybody, remind me tomorrow what we talked about tonight, and I got you.
Right. And then come right back.
Yeah, but that's what it's about. But back to Dell P, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Back to the. So one of the things we keep talking about your many accomplishments, and this also goes to how you present your project, Grammy nominations, considerations, and all of that. Like that's something that a lot of people, especially in our age range in this city, can't say.
True.
Can't
Indeed.
say. How does it feel? Does the consideration being on the list, does that do anything to elevate your career that you can notice?
Yeah, no doubt. It's first and foremost, it's just letting me know that what I'm putting in is, you know what I'm saying?
It's coming out.
It's coming, yeah, indeed.
exactly.
And the fact that, you know, I'm not selling myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm not selling my soul.
You ain't
That's
had
what
to
I
do
mean.
no weird stuff.
I ain't have to do no weird stuff to,
That's what he's saying.
to get that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely inspiring.
This ain't no, it's genuine.
Yeah, that's it. Because I, like you said, lead with love. That's what I'm about. You know it. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So if my message can get the Academy attention and get these awards, shout out to like David O and Kenyatta Johnson for recognizing.
Yacht.
You know what I'm saying? Like everybody that's trying to, you know, change the narrative of the city, and they call on me to do things. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I'm doing it right. You know what I'm saying?
It feels good.
Yeah,
though.
it feel good. It definitely
So
feel
I'm
good.
happy you got
smiling,
that.
bro.
Absolutely.
Man, thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely.
I'm
man.
smiling,
Appreciate that.
I'm happy that you got their ears, but I'm really even more happy that you got the ears of the people who need to hear your message.
Right.
Because
this about.
All matters.
You know what I'm saying? Because again, what I appreciate about you is your message.
Right.
A lot of times they say like life imitates art or art imitates life,
Mm-hmm.
and it's
I've seen
also
it.
about the narrative.
Mm-hmm.
And I just appreciate the narrative that you provide.
No, thank you. Thank you.
Is very not only is it positive, but it's encouraging, it's thought provoking, and you a real wordsmith, right?
Got to.
So-
Gotta be.
Wordsmith.
Playing
Gotta
on
be.
that, right?
Word.
You see how-
I
Yeah,
see
no.
what
Got a couple
you
of
did.
teas.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
man.
saying?
Thank
No.
y'all for the support. It's genuine, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate
No, but it's just
it.
really important that that the masses or the people hear your message.
Right.
It's not watered down. It's real. You lead with love, and I just think that I'm excited that you're getting all the plays that you're getting all the other places. But I need the condition that Philly is in right now.
Right.
Yo.
Right.
We need to put megaphones in front of speakers.
Right. Like I don't know if I gotta go around the city with the bullhorn. Like,
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta act like it's a politician, right?
Like,
Just play your joint like a politician.
By any means necessary,
7
they
in the
need to hear
morning.
that.
Like,
Like they just need to
yeah,
hear all. Like they just need to hear it.
No, man,
Yeah.
and that's a real thing. But it's like it's so many layers to this existence.
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
Like you're getting it to the masses. You have legends and icons that are getting it, that are telling people about you.
right,
Yeah.
and
But the
that's the
people
crazy
gotta want to
part.
bop to it. They gotta
Yeah.
want to roll to it. But one thing about my career,
Mhm.
and people know I make a lot of turn up music, and shout out to us. We got a song coming very
Yeah,
soon.
when it doesn't work.
Yep.
When it's in the work.
Yeah, and that's gonna be dope.
All
And,
right.
and I take it there. I take it to the levels that Dell takes it to regularly, sometimes on records.
Right.
But it's like it's one of those things where if y'all don't want to hear it, all right. Perfect example. Lil Baby, the biggest artist in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Last artist we thought was going to make a conscious song about what was going on during the
Right.
George Floyd thing, right?
Right.
I think that attributed to him breaking records with that project.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
That part.
You see
I
what I'm
agree.
saying?
That part.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
No, I agree
like,
with
does
that.
that make sense?
Yeah,
Does
yeah.
that make
I
sense?
agree with
that.
So it's
Yeah.
like at the same time, with you doing what you're doing, it's getting where it's supposed to get. It's a
Right.
slow grind, but it's going to be that one. But is it ever a time where it's like, you know what? I don't want to say too much
Mm-hmm.
about my personal, because this is what I was told. I was told, yo, be careful what you say on a record, because if that's the one they love, you'll have to perform it for the next 25 years, and you
Mhm.
might not want to cry for the next 25 years every night on stage.
Right.
Do you ever does that ever go into what you release?
See, when I create, like, that's what I'm thinking. Can I have this? Yeah.
You think about that? Okay.
You feel me? And not be ashamed of, like, a lot of people ashamed of the records that they put out.
Because they don't think about that.
There's
You
no
know what I'm
shame
saying?
for me.
Yeah.
It's like I've dealt with a lot of death in my life.
Right.
I've had to keep it moving. So
Mhm.
there's certain things that I might not have dealt with
Right.
as much as I think I have.
Mm-hmm.
And if I make, for instance, a slipping,
Mm-hmm.
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 you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel
Right.
you. I feel
That's
you.
real personal. Real.
Yeah, that's yeah.
As
real
an
jerking.
MC, as somebody that gives people you,
Yeah. See,
like, does that factor in, or does it?
no, I want people to feel that. Like the joint I did about my mom, Truly Yours.
Exactly.
Like,
that's kind
helping.
of what I'm thinking,
Yeah,
because I
that's
said
helping.
Mama smiling. That's what
Yeah.
made me think about it.
Yeah, because, like, Truly Yours, I can see people years and years and years down the line, like, damn, thank you.
And that's the
You know what I'm
thing.
saying?
That's the thing that people need.
Mm-hmm.
They need that.
Right. That's why I did Dear Black Man. If you heard that,
Mm-hmm.
Dear Black Man, I'm
Yep.
not your op.
Yep.
'Cause,
Yeah. I heard that. Yeah.
Like, that's
'Cause
gonna be
I'm
a
not.
move. That's a movement right there.
It has
like,
to be.
It got to. Like, everybody can't be your op. Like, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
So,
Like,
so the shirts is coming soon.
it's coming soon.
They should
It's
be.
coming
Shirts are
soon.
coming.
I saw your
Video,
post.
I need all y'all in the video. You know
You
what
No,
I'm
we
saying?
there.
You know
I saw
we
your
there.
post, and then I heard the songs. I saw your post. I was like, "That's real." Then I heard the song, and I was
Right.
like, "Yo."
Yeah, that's how we came through on the first track. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, listen, I ain't
That's
your
what I'm
op.
about to say. We discussed that night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We-
So you saw my face, so I did the face that you did. Because I was like, "Yeah, I did the."
Because
Yeah.
it's real. Like, I don't, and it took for me to leave Philly to realize that we're assholes, Joe.
Oh yeah, for
You go
sure.
anywhere else, and people just speak to each other because they caught eye contact.
Yo, when I'm in the A, oh my god, like yo,
Everybody
I'm
just
like,
speaks.
cause I speak
Right.
to people on, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm like
so
that
when
too.
I was down there, I felt like, oh, okay.
But that's that OG shit.
I was about to say.
My godfather spoke to everybody we encountered when we
Right.
was walking downtown, getting on the bus, walking
Right.
uptown, wherever. How you doing, brother? How you doing, sister? Beautiful
Exactly.
day, brother, beautiful. But sometimes you see that person that give him that look, and you like, this motherfucker just spoke to 300 people he don't
Right.
know, and you got an attitude.
Right.
Right,
You know what I mean? But those people exist, and you
Right.
gotta let it roll. I never see him react to it.
right,
So that's that OG thing, that you're susceptible to that because you understand that we are that.
right. And the funny thing is, sometimes like I'll be going to the store or something, right, and somebody might be coming out. I hold the door for him. It's a young boy.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You know
I
they
know
they
exactly
on
what you're talking
edge,
about.
but then when they see that, they're like, yo, good looking over here. Like, you know what I'm
And
saying?
it's like they
like
got
all
this
you gotta
look in their
do is
face
give them,
that it's respect, but it's shock too.
right. It's like they ain't used
It's
to.
like I was expecting you to be a dick,
right,
but damn,
right,
Right.
you held
exactly.
the door for me.
Yeah.
Right.
Like and see, this is something I deal with a lot of time because we do this and we do Fly Day and we do other things and people always say, "Yo, I never felt that kind of love before. Y'all show so much love the first time I met y'all."
Indeed.
And they like, but like people don't even show that love.
Right.
And I keep thinking like, what circles are you in?
Mm-hmm.
Because with the tone and the way that they're saying it,
Right.
the people they walked into my station with don't do that
Right.
for them.
Right.
And that's sad to me. Because at the end of the day, man, this shit ain't that deep.
It ain't.
It's not that deep.
And that's
if
exactly.
I don't have anything with you,
Right.
then I'm not gonna assume you have something with me.
Right. Like it's no like we had no history. Like how you I'm not your op, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
And
it's too
anybody in
much
this
going
room,
on. It's
Y'all-
too much going on.
Y'all be around me. I speak to people all the time.
Right.
Me too.
And now I'm in the public light. There's people that speak to me, that recognize me, that remember me, that I
Right.
might not. It's easy to remember the boy with the hair, and you know what I mean.
Right. Real right.
But at the same time, like I don't. Hey, how you doing? I'll even shake your hand.
right.
Female, I'll hug you. Like it's not that deep,
Right.
but it is that deep for a lot of people because kindness and weakness.
Mm-hmm. They look. Oh,
Yeah,
I saw it.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Understanding and
Yo, I went through that for real.
being comfortable with yourself
That's
as,
it.
as
That's
a
all
human
you gotta
being.
do. If you comfortable in your skin.
And wash their
Yeah.
hands.
Hold on, let me ask you this
It's
question.
cool. It's cool to be on guard.
Right, let me ask you this question. Though. You said if you're a female, I'll give you a hug.
Real right.
In what situation do you give a brother the pulling jawn?
You could kind of feel their energy when they go to shake your hand, and there's certain ways of shaking hands that once you start, you know where it's going.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Then there's a way to stop it, because the same time that you could pull me in for the handshake hug, John, I know how to let you know that's not what I'm doing,
Right.
without being disrespectful.
I was about to say, does that become?
No,
Oh, no.
You know what's
You do that in
disrespectful?
New York.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you what's disrespectful. When you shake everybody's hand, and then you give a nigga the pound or the fist
Oh,
bump.
absolutely.
Pounds for clowns. You shake my hand like a grown man.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Real
That's
right.
disrespectful, but that's done for a purpose. It's just like rest in peace, kind of like what Nipsey died over. As far as what we know over it, it was a situation where it was like somebody that thought they deserved respect realized that he didn't respect them,
Right.
and they felt some type of way about it.
Right. Their ego. It was a whole ego.
But this is a thing that when you a man of respect and when you a man of a certain caliber of integrity, then there's certain things you don't associate with and you're not attaching your hand to,
Right.
literally.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Real right.
So like that's how you see it.
It's facts.
It's not a problem. I got a homie that has been a couple times I went for the hug and he gave me and I'm like, what time you on? Well,
Right,
whatever.
it is what it is.
like
Like, we give each other hugs when we see each other. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? Because
We
it's
hug
just
each other.
genuine.
we hug each other.
brothers.
That's my
You know what I'm
brother.
saying?
I done
Real
been
rap.
on the road with this man. He done
Facts.
did a solid shout out to my brother Ant
Mm-hmm.
doing the Father of Your
Live
Sons.
free.
Doing the Father of Your Sons every year. He turned it into a fishing tournament this year. Like it
I was
went
about
from
to
a
ask, did they do it
basketball
this year?
tournament to a
the
bike
bike
ride I
jump,
almost
right.
died on to a fishing tournament, and it's just
You and
like
this bike.
he nigga.
I know. I heard the story.
I've never felt so helpless in my life besides having bars slammed on me. Anyway, he really has figured out a way during COVID and whatever to make sure that this thing keeps going.
Word.
And he makes it bigger every time.
Right. Salute.
And that takes a lot because you're getting more restrictions while growing something.
Yeah.
So I want to salute him. I want to salute you
Man,
for
thank you, bro.
taking that ride with
I
us.
was about to say
man.
that's something I wanted to
Yeah.
bring up too, bro, because it seemed like even through COVID, like you was still moving. Like I feel like, did you stop?
No, I feel
No.
like
No,
when
he did.
when COVID hit, that was when it got crazy.
And I feel like I saw that.
yeah, I think it got crazy because
That's when I wound up in videos and magazine covers.
Yeah,
this is
shout out.
real right. No,
I
this
was
is definitely during COVID.
But
And
besides that, like he was just continuously working. Like you were every time I looked up, like you were continuously working.
because
Like,
you know what I peeped? I peeped that a lot of radio hosts, a lot of A&Rs was home. They gotta listen
They
to
gotta
you now.
listen to you.
You know
bro,
what I'm saying?
You ain't lying, bro.
I was sending music to like cinematic music group and all that, and just seeing they react, I'm like, oh, I gotta
And
keep
it worked.
going. And yeah, you feel me? So
And then what do you lose? A fucking email?
right, exactly.
Like,
Right.
and
Exactly.
this is the part about putting our shoulders down. Shout out to OLF podcast.
yeah, shoulders down.
Putting our shoulders down. Like
Right.
we gotta like just be okay with I tried.
Right, exactly. You got listen.
I tried.
I needed to hear
It
that
ain't
today,
for
bro.
everybody.
Right.
Explain.
Ain't nothing to it but to do it.
So I'm on a new venture. You know, I have on the scene notary as well.
word.
absolutely.
That's what's up.
And so I'm trying to build that, and the way to build that is to establish relationships with title companies.
Right.
And so I'm really in the beginning stages, and so I was like, I gotta send these emails out, right?
Right.
And so the fact that you
I see
said
what you're saying, yeah.
it really like directly related to me. Like I have everything. I'm incorporated. I got my everything on my phone. Like I'm working
that's
on my
what's up.
site.
You'd be
Right.
surprised. You'd be surprised who responds to DMs.
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
you wouldn't know until you tried it.
exactly.
Yeah, you got to. Like
I didn't even.
I reached out to Wise. It was through DM. He said, "Oh, for you, let's get it." I'm like,
For the
dang.
bull.
Shout out to Wise.
Because
You know what I'm
you,
saying?
a bull, though.
Yo.
And mind you, this is one thing.
Mm-hmm.
I love that you humble.
Thank
You
you,
were
man.
super
But
humble.
please
Thank
believe that you deserve everything that you get. When you said a couple things tonight, I said you deserve that. You
Absolutely.
Thank you,
deserve
bro.
that. You deserve everything that you get. Whether it's what you've done to precede you, as far as somebody might have heard a song or two before they
Right.
interacted with you.
Right.
Or if it's the way that you enter a room and the way that you maintain relationships.
Word.
You deserve that shit, bro.
Agreed.
Thank you, bro.
It ain't, there's blessings among the way because energy creates energy.
That part.
Creates energy.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, nobody has done you a favor
Right.
in a
Right.
long time,
Right.
musically.
Right.
Everything has been mutually beneficial
Indeed.
to everybody involved.
Right.
And I want you to know that as somebody that knows that.
Right.
Right.
Thank you.
I know that. I have the right to say that.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Real right.
I've been here long enough. I've been around you long enough.
Right.
And I know you tell me what's incorporated with what you do.
Real right.
This is a real thing. I want you to know that, and I want everybody that supports you to know that they're a part of that.
Absolutely.
They're a
Right.
part of that. That's
Right.
why we always salute the queen. That's why we always give reverence to mom.
No
That's
doubt.
why we always talk about the energy that you and your brother just created.
Right.
Absolutely.
Because these things count.
Yeah.
They matter.
Right.
All
Grassroots.
all the other stuff come.
Yeah.
We still got to go to work. We still
Yeah.
got to
That
figure
part,
out budgets.
right.
We still got to do all of that.
Indeed.
You could be a legend and still go to 9 to 5 every day.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But
Right.
at the same time, whatever you get,
Mm-hmm.
you deserve.
Thank you, bro.
You deserve.
Yeah.
I'm feeling
And,
this mutual.
and you one of the people, and I got about a handful,
Mm-hmm.
not a whole lot, a lot of talented people,
Right.
but I know a lot of people that haven't done.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I got you.
And haven't. We talking about features that, come on,
Yeah.
bro, Trey Lee, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like, come on, bro,
Man, shout out to Trey.
Yeah.
like your features are my childhood.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know how heavy that is, and they not,
yeah,
they not
man.
sending it in.
Right.
They going
like we
off
build-
because
yeah,
they
we
know
build-
that you
yeah.
gonna snap.
Yeah, we building.
They like,
yeah.
I ain't letting Youngin drown me neither. Like, I'm gonna
Real
do
right,
it,
we
but
gonna-
he
yeah,
gotta
we
give
gonna-
me mine.
Mm-hmm.
That's respect.
Absolutely.
That's respect. So my bad. I'm long winded.
No, I just
thank you.
I just wanted to say, we were speaking about Wise Intelligent. I just wanted to shout him out because as he did, he was
That
very
verse.
supportive.
just saying it, and then he
Yeah,
went nuts.
then
When
he
did I
went-
tell you when I heard it?
Right,
I said, yo, he
crazy.
really cared about
Yeah.
that joke.
But the brother, he's so supportive as well. When I met him and I showed him my magazine and I just
Right.
let him know what it was all about, he was so supportive.
Yeah.
And so I just wanted to
Salute
shout
to
him
that.
out for everything that he's done, what he's contributed.
Right, and the education that he's giving us.
Absolutely,
You know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
'Cause if
That's
you
what I was
peep
getting
it,
to.
I had him on the New Beginning, a skit. So that's how it's crazy because I had Wise Intelligent on a skit on my second album on the New Beginning. So to have him 6 years later,
and he giving it up.
it's bananas.
And he
yo.
giving it up. And it's crazy because, mind you, when we went to go do the Tiny Dutch joint, I'm fresh off air. I'm lit.
Yeah, I remember that
So
night.
I'm giving it to Dell like how I feel it.
Right.
I'm literally telling like, bro, he just went nuts on your joint.
Yeah,
Like, do you like?
Yeah.
We could get features. You know, motherfuckers that do shit for a price.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers that do shit for love, but at the same time, not feel the need
to
to
get
kick
busy.
it into that
Yeah.
that gear.
Right.
And I'm hearing his features, and I'm like, they act like they about to come back and do a verses off of your album.
Right.
Like these dudes is putting their hat back in the ring
Right.
on your songs.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
How does that feel?
It feel good, man, because the respect level, man, is mutual. Cause I don't know if you knew, but
That's love.
Arrested Development coming out with their new album,
Yeah.
in July or August. But I'm on one of the singles, man.
Dope,
I
bro.
think you told me that. I think I was
It's gonna
drunk.
be
though.
Oh, I didn't know. That's fly.
It's gonna be me, Speech, Fat Man Scoop. So you know,
Okay.
you know it's gonna be.
I feel the vibe already.
Single, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my
Fat
goodness.
Man Scoop
They lining it up for
yeah, they lining that joint up for my live at the barbecue situation. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's
So,
him.
yeah, man.
That
Shout
put in
out to
perspective
Speech.
right there, bro.
Yo,
Yeah.
I like it.
Shout out to
I like
Speech.
it. No,
'Cause,
that's heavy.
Yeah, that's gonna be bananas,
That's
man.
heavy.
It's
That's
somebody
wild.
else on there. I don't want to
Right,
mention
right.
it, but it's legendary, man. And shout out to Arrested Development for showing me a lot of love.
Shout out to
Absolutely.
the rest of the development for coming out organically and being who
Everyday
they are
people,
yeah.
and rolling with it ever since.
Real right.
Because at the end of the day, we seen a lot of people duck to try to get in that room. Never seen y'all do that.
Never did it.
Never seen y'all do that. Y'all
They had
stood
songs
tall.
like Revolution. They go
Mm-hmm.
quadruple platinum. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
Like,
That
you
song
know,
was tough. Yeah.
And you could it showed a lot of people that they had a voice that mattered.
right.
Even because, like I say all the time, and maybe you can speak on this. When you say that you 30 plus and you rapping, people look at it like you trying to be Lil Wayne, like you need the mansion and all the cars and all the jewelry, and it's like, this is something that I love to do that's self-sustainable, that I actually make some money off, that I actually feel fulfilled through. And there's plenty of people that you've never heard of that make $100,000 a year rapping.
Yeah.
Quiet money.
And they might still got a night gig just to have the benefits, the health benefits. Cause,
And they
'cause
invest in
rap
their
shit
money.
Don't come with benefits.
And they
doing
invest in
that.
their money.
And that's better
Right.
than compromising the
Yeah.
way that a lot of people have to
Facts.
survive in this world.
Yeah, indeed. And the funny thing is, a lot of artists that came up, like that we grew up listening to, didn't get their break until 30 plus.
And a
Chuck
lot of
D
the
had a
rock-
radio station before Public Enemy.
before
You
Public
know what I'm
Enemy.
saying?
Right.
That's how
Right.
Flav got in the mix.
Like
Yeah.
people
got a
don't be
show.
knowing the stories. They don't be know like Whispers. They was 30 years before they got their real
Yeah.
big break.
How about this? Most of the legendary rock stars have 8 to 20 albums. 30 years later, they're performing 2 of those albums.
Absolutely.
2 of them. There's 2 albums in their catalog that is legendary.
Right.
But as
Right.
soon as an artist puts out what we consider a dub,
Oh, they fell off.
it's
They
over.
washed. They washed up.
Bro, these
Right.
motherfuckers put out their 3rd album was dope. Their 15th album was dope.
Right.
And they still them.
Different times
Right.
because guess what? They
Because
call us the
motherfuckers
cancel
had
culture.
moments to those albums and they willing to pay the support. They going to wear the t-shirts.
So
No,
they-
that's
on the-
facts.
They call these days the cancel culture. So times was a little bit different. People was a little bit more forgiving.
Now, we got to be careful with cancel culture because they took something that existed on the internet and made it political.
Right.
But
I don't
I
agree,
know
but
what
I'm saying
you
that's the
mean.
time. I'm just saying
I know
that's the
what you
times.
mean.
That's what they saying.
But this is what we have to understand. It's like at the end of the day, most of the people that have been canceled, quote unquote, deserve to be gone. The people that didn't still exist.
Right.
They tried to cancel Kathy Lee Griffin for that Trump shit. Y'all
Yeah,
remember, right?
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
She found her support in a different way. She ran her race a different way because
Right.
the mainstream wasn't gonna fuck with her no more. She is not miserable.
Right. Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, we gotta really understand that. Like, look, man, when the grass is cut, the snakes are show.
That
Absolutely.
Gotta thank the little homie for
That
that,
though.
though.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, how can you be mad at that if you're,
Absolutely.
because what don't come out in the wash, come out in the rinse.
That part.
They could wash the shit out you. Oh, he's washed. He washed. But then when I spit that fire on the Dell P project,
Right. Then it's like, ooh, yeah.
what we talking about?
Yeezy have been canceled
The
like
fact that I'm relevant
10
enough for
times.
Dell P to think that, yeah.
Right.
And
Exactly.
Dell P got the attention of a Black Thought, a David Banner, or Dr. Boo.
right.
Like,
The
what are we
Grammys.
talking about?
Yeah.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's the mentality. That's trying to compare everybody to fucking Moneybagg Yo.
Right.
That's not fair. Hip hop wasn't built on that. And
Right,
I
like,
love that
it's
people
different.
can get to those heights.
People dropping albums more simultaneously. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like Future dropped how many in a matter of weeks? It was like
Right.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
they was
And
taking
he still got one song that I swear by.
right.
Out of all of them.
Shit.
Right,
Right,
right.
That thing go hard. I don't
Right.
know.
Oh,
My
yeah.
joint is-
March Madness.
that's funny thing. That's one of the boys I really get. Like when I'm in a party, I want to hear some.
You like Future?
But you
I
know
wanna hear
what?
Future.
That's
but
funny
see-
to hear you say that. I
No,
wouldn't have
but
thought he would have
this
said
is-
that though.
No, but this
But
is the
I'm
part that
open
people
minded to. a
No, I
lot
like
of-
it, though. I
lot of
like it.
different- Yeah.
This is the part we don't get credit for. Just as much as I can appreciate a Dell P as a nigga that makes mostly turn up shit. And mind you, it winds up being mostly because anytime I do a feature with somebody, they want something they can perform.
Right, they want to get it in.
And I can do that. Cool. But most of us, we love all that shit. The hardest rappers listen to R&B in their cars.
That part.
They only listen to R&B.
Right.
The most gangster niggas I know only listen to R&B.
To the dramatics and
like,
stylistic.
That shit Snoop
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
That's a real thing. That shit Currency do.
I listen to Earth, Wind, and Fire every day.
But
Roy Ayers every day. You know what I'm saying?
It's one of them things, and it's like I always tell people, what was the joint? I always feel like standing on the couch when a nigga say, I be feeling like the man when I walk through.
Oh yeah.
I ain't man when I walk through. And crazy thing is, with my lifestyle, I'm usually in a section like that has a couch I can stand on.
Right.
But I swear to God, when I stand on the couch, the wind starts blowing when that song is on.
Nigga got a diva fan.
I feel
so
like
cool.
You know what I mean? Like
So
I literally
cool.
feel a breeze when that
like
song is on.
like that.
So
breeze.
yeah, like when the fan rotated.
On time.
Right on time. But like,
hey Dell,
so
don't
when you
encourage
say
this
that-
shit, okay?
But when you say like, yo, I get it my future back, it's like, yo,
but
I might not
Future-
bang that in my car,
Jeezy.
but when I'm halfway there,
Yeah,
that thing
that's
come
my
on.
move. That's my move, bro, right there.
oh,
That's
that was my
move.
dichotomy. Jay-Z, my favorite rapper in the world. Oh, that's my favorite
That's
Jeezy
my
verse.
favorite Jeezy.
Yeah.
That's
song,
my favorite
yo.
Jeezy verse.
Yeah.
I go crazy every time that Jeezy.
We
joint.
got a lot of similar music.
Yeah, we do. More
agree
money,
with
more
that.
murder, more homicide.
Yeah, man.
They ain't seen it all, too. I like
I just
seeing
want
it
to
all.
be there.
Come on.
Oh my God.
Come on, bro.
But I remember at one point I was in my car and I was like, if Jay-Z's my favorite rapper, why do I listen to Jeezy every time I start my car? And it's like that gives me what I need
Yeah.
for the majority of the day to ride to.
Right, but the
at
whole
a certain
thing is-
time of night, I
Right.
need that whole.
But
I need that
Jay-Z-
flowetry.
But Jay-Z is a big fan of Jeezy. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So yeah, like
The
we-
respect, yeah, I get you. I get you.
Yeah, Flowetry,
But
Hey
mind
You
you,
is
I'm
my
somebody.
word.
Let me be coming from out of town late night. I'm tired,
Mhm.
and I don't want to be too turned because I don't want to get pulled over. I'll put on the
70s.
Flowetry album.
Oh yeah,
What you know about Hey You? What you know about
Marsh-
Hey You, bro? You know
listen.
that Hey You, John?
Hey you, yeah, I know. Hey you.
Come back. Yeah.
Someday.
Yes.
Marsha, my favorite.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I'm
Marsha-
saying?
Shout out to
I'm-
Marsha.
Late nights, early
I'm
mornings
vicious,
is my
Tina
is my
Marie
work.
boy,
Yeah.
But I'm a Marsha.
She could be the new school Tina. Yeah.
They my favorite
Yeah.
female
Marsha's,
vocalist.
and Marsha's super regular too. She
is.
Hollywood shit.
I love
Not
Marsha.
at all.
I done been at the Jamaican cookout year after
Yeah.
year. She's sitting in the
That's my
grass
folks,
with
John.
all of us.
Ali and Jeremy, John. That's my
Yeah.
folks. I know exactly who's
Salute to the
doing.
OG
I
too.
love Marsha.
Yeah.
But no, like, yeah, like I'll get in that bag. But
Salute
people
to
don't
them,
think
the
that. They
Daniels.
think that all you want to hear is this. I have a level like I like some street gangster music, but I don't really have room for like new gangsters. It's like
Right.
I can only listen to like 4 people talk that shit.
I feel you. I feel you.
So that don't leave a lot of space for a lot of new
I
guys.
feel you. I listen to Jeezy, Ross, Future,
And Jay?
No, I'm talking
Jay's
about
not
far
gangster.
as
Oh, Jay's not gangster.
Talking
You're
about
right.
like
And
You
that
know,
wave,
you're right. You're right. You're
hard.
right.
Out of that
You're right.
wave,
You're right. You're right. You're right.
It's
You're right.
Ross, Jeezy, it's Future, and probably Tip. You know what I'm saying?
See what I'm
Out
saying?
of that,
Do you like any of the new
Mind you,
wave?
my list is very similar to that.
the new wave.
Yeah, like any of the younger, newer guys that are out. Like I'd like to know who you might be. Like the Moneybag Yo. I like Kodak Black, and I think I'm
like,
like one of
I
the.
did
only-
like the joint.
I like the boy
She
that's
ain't
on
leaving
J. Cole.
Jesus. Why you got Jesus
Peace.
peace? That was my shit.
You know, I like that. I like Testimony. I like Tunnel Vision. Like I like he got a
No, he
couple
can
of
rap
joints.
though.
Yeah,
Actually.
I'm not talking about the person. I'm talking about him as a.
No, he can
yeah.
rap. But Kodak sometimes like it's scary when you talking to when you listening to a young boy talk and you know that he means every word of that
Yeah.
and we know what that means.
Right.
Like I
Whether
listen
that's
to
for
Lil
him
Baby.
or the public.
I like Lil
I like
Baby.
Lil
I
Baby
like I like how he talk. Like he be talking some reality, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Who else?
Now see one thing, and this is why I've been to Jay-Z.
Moray.
Moray's dope.
Okay.
This one of the reasons I've been a Jay-Z fan so long is because I can relate to a boss mentality more than a pack boy mentality.
Yeah.
So a lot of the times the street dudes I want to listen to speak from a higher echelon of the street.
Yeah.
You know, their vision is looking this way as opposed to a young nigga trying to come up.
Right.
So a lot of the times I could like a record or few from them, but they don't do it for me for the whole album.
Right.
Because my mentality since I was 15 when Jay dropped Reasonable Doubt was that makes more sense to me.
Right.
I understand that mode of thinking. I was raised by entrepreneurs.
Right.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Because he was
And
street,
dope
but he
boys.
was thinking corporate.
Exactly.
You know what
And
I'm
he was saying things
Which
from
is
the
really
position
interesting.
of, like I said, loss factor, the risk factor.
Right.
And you can't just go out here and say, I'm going to just make $1 million in the streets because somebody else did it before without understanding what comes with that.
Yeah.
So what I think is so interesting about Jay specifically is like we were blessed enough to like grow up in entrepreneur families. Like
Absolutely.
I think the fact that he was just thinking like that, like he was on that trajectory, like without having an influence.
Right.
Maybe he had the influence.
From other ways.
Exactly.
But not growing up the way we did.
Exactly.
I know what you
I
mean.
think that was dope though.
Right.
That was dope.
Yeah, and I think that first time I saw Jay was Dead President's video, right?
Right.
And I'm like, yo, he a ball, like he
He had on a suit. He was in a
already-
limo.
He got big, AZ. I'm like, oh, this boy got to be.
The best Monopoly game ever.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
never
right,
seen, yeah,
right.
and Nas was supposed to be in one of them seats.
Mega
Crazy.
was in there.
Right.
Everybody
Yeah.
was in there.
It was like, yo, that's crazy. Like
Yeah.
I
Shout out
can't.
to Nature. When I met Nature, he showed us a lot of love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, like, and that's what I said that to somebody the other day, probably yesterday. I said, to see what Jay has progressed into with the hair and the sweatsuits and the hat and the fuck it. But
Exactly,
you know, he
not
still
giving a
throw his
fuck.
dapper on, but the hair don't go nowhere, which is part of why I got mine. Like, it's kind of a thing. Like, but to see him grow into that as the most clean, coming from the most clean cut rapper we've
Right.
seen. In '95,
Yeah.
Right.
he had 3 videos with suits on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did. Can't Knock the Hustle did. Dead President.
He was still wearing suits in 2004.
I loved it though. Like you can name it. He always pulls suits, but
Sunshine he even has.
yeah,
Sunshine.
the sharpest.
I was thinking
cut,
about excuse me when I said moving forward.
one of the sharpest New York cuts, hairlines, and all of that.
Yeah.
But to see him into his growth when you get to that point of that fuck you money and that awareness
Yeah,
and that
he just
y'all
like-
gonna accept me as
Yeah,
I am.
exactly. That's what it is. He comfortable. Like,
And we see a lot of people do that. We seen J. Cole do that.
right.
Yeah.
We seen a lot of artists do
Yeah.
that. And
That's who I mess with a lot. Cole,
I was about to say, shout out to
and
J. Cole.
Kendrick. They my favorite. Out of
Absolutely.
how you feel about the new
At the
Cole
young,
project?
at the younger.
I love it.
You love it.
I love it. I
Now
love
this
it.
is what I thought about it.
Oh, that's who I like too. 21 Savage.
You like Savage?
I like how he
Savage
be
is
21.
rolling. Yo, he be rolling.
But Savage, if
He
you
be
ever
rolling.
watch those leak clips on Clubhouse when he was like breaking up a lot of bullshit,
Yeah,
he's
mature.
very intelligent,
yeah,
bro. He's very
absolutely.
introspective. He understands life more than people think he does.
Yeah, I feel
But-
like him and Cole make dope music.
I don't like the fact that the song that he did on Cole's album and the song that Cole did on his album sound like they was back-to-back beats.
Right, it's yeah, but I
And
think
as
they
a
wanted-
rapper,
It probably
you
was
know
the
what I'm
groove.
talking
They probably-
about.
I feel
feel
like
it.
they wanted it though. Like I think they went.
It probably
for
was
it.
intentional.
But I think
Yeah.
they, like, unless there's another one we waiting on, I would have wanted to see what else they could do because I know
Right.
they're both versatile.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as the Cole project, I've
Right.
heard a lot of back and forth about people that hated it, people that loved
No,
it.
I like it.
I think that for original Cole fans,
Mm-hmm.
this is perfect.
Mm-hmm.
I think that if you was a Cole fan with the mixtape,
Yeah.
Yeah, because he
Then-
give you the boom back, but he also give you this.
and
Like,
he gave you
Yeah.
the
you know what I'm
energy,
saying?
This joint
Yeah,
tough.
exactly.
the
Yeah.
energy and the
This
non-compromise.
joint's tough. Amari,
You
95.
know what I
this
mean?
joint's
And I
tough.
feel like that was perfect. So
Right.
that's what you felt like?
Yeah, I feel it. That's my man.
Because I'm listening
cool.
to people and
Yeah,
I'm
I rock
like,
with that joint.
I'm like, y'all must not have heard Friday Night Lights and all of that
That's
stuff.
it.
Like,
They ain't
if
here too
y'all
deep for
really
the
heard-
intro.
But
Too
hold
deep
up.
for
You know what I'm saying? They
intro.
ain't hear that.
We gonna play that when we done.
Hold up, but
That
shout out to
work.
Cole because he's also following his other dreams and aspirations. Like
Right,
he's
playing
in the
ball,
Rwanda.
right.
Hold up, that was
Shout
the
out to
best
him.
rollout ever.
At the same time.
crazy.
This
At
nigga
the
went
same
pro the
damn
same
time.
time that the hoop was on fire on the album.
Right.
Absolutely.
That's how I feel.
That was intentional too, I believe. Absolutely.
with the album
I think
and
The cover,
everything.
the cover.
No, I think the stars aligned
Mhm.
because the name of the project had been out there.
You think the cover was
artwork
done
for The
too?
cover was going to be what it was going to be.
But you don't think he
one
was
way or another.
practicing in between the time that he was doing
He
the
had been
artwork?
working-
Yeah, I think
He
it
had
was
been working
method.
out.
I think it was a method to the
He
man.
had been
Yeah.
working out to go pro for a few years. We've
Yeah.
all been aware of that.
Yeah.
But I think what happened was he wanted to go back to, like I said, those mixtape projects
Yeah.
that was named after sports shit.
Right.
So he picked the name for this project to give that feeling. But he actually qualified to actually go somewhere.
That's
Maybe not to the
crazy.
NBA, maybe not to the G League, but I can go over here as a professional.
And guess what? He killing it.
He can't decide when they sign that contract for them. unless there's some shit Puma did or under the label that we're not aware of. That's still a professional basketball.
But it's still timing between everything, so it's not like a one day thing.
The stars aligning.
The stars definitely aligned, but I just think that it was a little method with the cover, at least the artwork and how everything worked out. Like I feel like it was a little bit more to it. The project was already
named. The project is my only argument against that.
Yeah, no, it's cool.
What I'm saying is, when you're somebody that at your most famous started dressing your worst. And you just living how you want to live. Sometimes the stars come together because they like you deserve this because you're not doing it
right. Because you're not flashy, and I feel like that's funny if you peep that We Owe the World came out on Juneteenth, right? The movie come out June 25th. The Situation with Speech come right at like I feel like everything is right there.
You can't manipulate all of those dates. You only control one of those.
It's like a domino,
right, exactly.
It's like, only controls one of those dates.
Right.
That's a perfect example.
Yeah.
So you see what I'm saying? And mind you, Code controls probably 3, but it was 8 things that happened.
Yeah.
Right.
I was just inspired by I was like the artwork. I was really talking about the artwork and
that might have been an afterthought, or that might have been somebody that had knowledge of what was to come. Right. But at the same time, it fit the title that he already had for the project.
Yeah.
Right.
And things happen like that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Serendipitous.
I only sent music to be in the movie, you know what I'm saying? I ain't want to be in the movie. I ain't you know what I'm saying? They just was like, yo, we love his music. We got a role for him too. You think he gonna want to act? I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying?
You know what that is, right? That's called oh shit, we gotta meet this guy.
Yeah.
That's what that's called. Yeah. Remember that back in the day?
Yeah.
Oh shit, we gotta meet this guy.
Right.
Yeah. Simple.
Right.
Simplify. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. That's literally what I just was explaining about what you deserve.
Right.
Yeah.
Because at the same time, you was introduced the way you was introduced.
Right.
Your first impression was your music.
That part.
Now, if you met him and you wasn't whatever have you, you might have been in it. You might have been getting
the role. Right.
To the forefront in the way that you are. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, there's levels to it. I tell people all the time, if it was about your resume alone, nobody would have interviews. People interview you to see if they want to be in the office with you.
Right.
If they want to see you every fucking morning.
Right.
If they can talk to you.
Your temperature.
If they can, that's what they want to do. Interviews have nothing to do with that. Paper has nothing to do with whether you get the job or not. Right. It has to do with whether you get the interview.
Right.
Now we could be equal. I go in there and miss the personality. I'm busting your ass.
Right.
I've only interviewed for one job I haven't gotten. That's because I failed the piss test. This is a fact.
Right.
Yeah. And I had all type of jobs.
Right.
When I get the interview, I feel like I got it.
Right, exactly.
People get anxious. I'll be like, oh,
they be offering me other jobs. They be like, we have this and this for you. Which
and I got a shirt for this?
Yeah.
Oh, we good.
Real right.
I've been buying dress shirts all month. What we doing? Like, I'm excited about it.
Right.
And people got to go into it like that. People don't realize how much money Brandy left on the table when she was scared to go on stage.
Yeah.
Brandy had a huge stage fright there.
Absolutely.
During the time when she was on the song with everybody.
Absolutely.
Man, that's crazy.
They couldn't tour for it.
Wow.
Because she was the biggest up-and-coming butter artist. Mind you, the Whitney Houston vocally of our time. She had stage fright. Dang. Ray J never had that.
That's crazy.
You know what's the funny thing is? I was just listening to Ray J today. Some old school Ray J. I was listening to old school Ray J today.
Who was it? Was he the one in the comments, or was it saying they want smoke in verses? Was it?
I think it was Soldier.
Soldier's been saying a lot lately.
He want smoke with Bow Wow.
He said, He like, I'm next.
No, they about to come.
They can do that though. I like that.
The crazy thing is, and this is what people don't realize about verses. Every verses isn't going to be for you.
I was about to say that.
He definitely got a demographic.
Because guess what? On my way here, I was talking to my niece who's like 10, 12 years younger than us.
Yeah.
We all the same age. And she was like, yeah, because we're talking about dates. Because I think the B2K reunion about to come back. Like, she's excited.
About to do the
so she was like, I don't know if I want to travel because I want to be here for that tour.
Wow, that's
so
crazy.
You got so to your point.
They about to do the Millennium Tour.
To your point.
They just put the dates up.
Yeah.
People was excited for things that we may not be. I actually want to go to that tour too.
Though. And that's why I said earlier, like, if they want to turn up just for the hook, I'm not mad at them. That's their thing. Like, when you really look at it, when Soulja Boy was popping, when everybody was
right,
yeah,
whatever they was doing.
Watch me, you
Soulja Boy. Dudes my age and street dudes I'm listening to complain about it, and I'm like, bro, do you want your kid to do this shit or to listen to Styles P all day? As much as we love Styles,
yeah.
Do you want your child
as a child? I don't want I love Styles
to learn a new dance move.
Or learn how to shoot.
And not that Soulja Boy was super safe, but their attraction to it was the whole
watch me
Superman.
You know what I mean?
Superman
that was the, and I kept
he did say Superman
like,
at home.
This 15-year-old boy didn't make that song for you to like it.
Right, he did that for
the
He
kids.
did it for his classmates.
But he was very interesting that he did the whole thing himself.
He was smart.
Who did you
The fact
start
that he did
making?
it
Who did
himself
you start
was
spitting for?
interesting.
Oh man,
Your immediate community.
Yeah, the youngins. Yeah,
People that
youngsters,
was
baby
your peers.
kids. Right, exactly.
Niggas that an old head that was nicer than you that let you get in the joint. I've been drowned by an OG before at 15. No, at 12 or 13.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm out there giving him my rhymes and he freestyled about my outfit and I just came from playing football. I'm like, I'm not even dressed.
Right, like you got it.
No, I remember some old head was out on 52nd and I want to say Baltimore, and this was around the time Rockefeller was just popping, and you could tell he was on that same. He was nice. I ain't never like see him years later, but he was nice back then. Like you know what I'm saying.
Did
You never saw him
It
again?
wasn't a battle.
You ever saw him again? Did you ever see
I
him
never
again?
seen him again. That was the crazy part.
Right.
My boy didn't consider it a battle.
Mm-hmm.
It was like one of those things where I battled somebody that was my age and they was like, but you can't beat him, and then we get there and it's a grown man.
Right.
And then I spit, he spit, I spit, he spit, and he said, "Youngin, you nice, stay at it."
Mm-hmm.
But he drowned me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, because like off the top, he could just grind up a young boy that has on
A football uniform.
not uniform because I wasn't playing real football.
Oh,
I was
he
playing street
football
football.
You play 1, 2, 3 hole.
But it was around the time that I was in the NFL commercial.
Yeah.
So I had the NFL tee on.
Right.
NFL shirt, niggas get hurt. Like, I remember that line. And then what came after that was crazy. Like,
Right.
that was light. But, like, that was the build up to the, yeah.
Right.
And I'm like, nigga.
Right.
I'm
out here. I'm bull.
They playing me during the playoffs.
Right.
But I ain't got a rhyme for that. And I used to love the freestyle, but there was still the intimidation. Like, this man is 20 years old.
Right. But no, that's how you get your.
But that's how you
Yeah, that's how you sharpen
joint.
your sword.
Like, I wasn't mad. I actually they tried
came
to,
up with
they
a
did
line
that
for
to
that.
me to humble me. I actually loved it
Right. That's
because he
man,
told me I
listen.
was good.
Yeah.
I thought he was nice. He told me I was good.
Right.
That means I should keep trying.
Indeed.
But go ahead.
Nothing. I had came up with a dope line for that just now, and then I forgot it because you know I'm not a real rapper. I had some bars. It was actually real
Sounds
fly.
gonna make me write it around, yo.
Yo, because listen, like so, though, this what happened, right? So this what happened. You know, I always been the only female around
Right.
the guys forever and ever since we was in elementary, middle school.
Right.
Like I always been like the hard female, right?
Right.
Yeah, she
The rough
played football
female.
and shit with us.
Word.
Right. So when I was probably
On the
like
concrete.
when I was a young
Dang.
Yeah, we played in the parking lot.
So my first rhyme, I spit for my cousin who everybody thought was decent at the time. He ended up being a cornball, but at the time,
Right.
And he told me I was corny, and I never,
Oh,
ever,
that's-
ever tried to rhyme again.
Right.
And fast forward, even to this day, like you know, we meet a lot of people, so I communicate with a lot of people. When I be talking to like rappers, they be like, "You sure you not a rapper?"
Right.
Cause this shit that you be saying be fly. I'm like, no.
Right.
So I feel like I kind of missed the calling. So sometimes shit be coming in my head.
Right. You be wanting to put that shit together.
But I was like, yo, yeah. Because you said something. All I know is I was about to make it off like Bernie Madoff. And I forgot what you said, take your head off. Some shit, you said something. But, yo, it was...
Bro, she trying to battle me, though.
I'm not trying to
Like,
battle
You want your first round to kill Sammie.
No. I wasn't trying to kill you, bro. You just said something. And in my mind, I
Nah,
just
I'm
went
fucking with
off.
You know I ain't heard.
I just went off.
Right.
And I was like, that was decent. And I was about to take my phone, but I didn't want to be rude and like type it, so I forgot it.
Now, do you do that when you have ideas?
Oh yeah.
You might be in traffic. Do you audio record it
Oh yeah.
until you can get back to it?
Absolutely.
Do you jot down random bars and piece them together later?
Yo, they be wilding at work sometimes because you know they got cameras in there. Like if they
So
see
they see
me,
you.
they see me like this.
Like, he
"Yo, what
working,
you doing?"
working.
I'm like,
He
"No,
working
I
both
was
jobs
writing."
right now.
Yeah, you like, what you talking to yourself? No, I was writing. They're like, oh.
No,
That's
that's
funny.
crazy. So like,
On camera.
but you good with the memorization of it. See, my brain can't retain as much as you. I feel like I know too many other niggas raps to remember
Right.
mine.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Like there was a point in my like education that I was like, yo, I can remember word for word thousands of songs right now,
Right.
and I'm sitting here looking at this page all
No, I
night.
feel
But guess what? But that's why I think when they came up with like teaching through song and like teaching,
And
I think
shout
that was
out
one of the
to-
best things that they could do because I think that it is easy to learn through song and through creative methods.
Yeah.
Shout out to Frankie Storm because that's one of the things. She said
Absolutely.
she
I'm
does.
definitely gonna holler at
She's
my girl
gonna
for
do it
that.
for her sons. She said a couple,
Absolutely.
songs that'll help them with their growth and
that's
education.
decent.
But and what I explained to her was when she explained what it was, I'm like, I remember being a kid and they had like the rapping scientists and the rapping professor.
They was corny
but they
back
was
then.
whack as hell.
But it was still like fun for us. Like, you know what I'm
Kinda,
saying?
because you knew that it was rap.
Yeah.
But it didn't go as far as it would have if the melody was catchy.
Right.
So to have somebody that made hits for Rihanna and J-Lo to make a song for children to learn through.
Oh,
You know it's
means
dope.
that the balance
You know
that
it's
we
fly.
needed is
Right.
actually there.
Who we had? Grandmaster Hank.
Grandmaster Hank.
Yeah,
Grandmaster
Grandmaster
Hank.
Hank.
Yo,
Right.
He's still
that's
doing it, too.
exactly who it was.
Yo, he used to be on tour with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was on TV.
Yo, you know he's
Yeah.
still doing it too, though, right?
Wow.
Yeah. I took my
Wow.
kids a couple years ago.
That's crazy.
Can he rap better?
They was just enjoying the
He
whole...
be having dope DJs though. He be having DJs.
Yeah, exactly.
And all them
We
with
was
it.
at the Dell with it. We was at
Right.
the
I
Dell.
was about to say that. Yo,
He
be at
literally the
Dell.
one I thought of when I was talking about what
Yeah.
they used to give us back in the
Yeah.
day. And he wasn't the only one.
He
but
was like the
one of
Black Bill Nye, straight up.
He
No,
was
for
exactly. That's what I said. The science experiments was
Real right.
more captivating.
Because he was real, like he was really a teacher.
Yeah.
That's what was dope about it. Like we need something like that for these kids, man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're at a point where everything is going viral and kids are playing the same Baby Shark song.
Mm-hmm.
So we just gotta.
Oh,
get
shout out to my nephew. He love Baby Shark. Had me listen to the Baby Car, Baby Shark, like hours.
I didn't know they had a baby car.
Yeah, they.
I didn't know either.
Grandma car, yo. Shout out to Lennox. He
Yo,
be
that's
having
funny.
me listening to all.
Shout out to
like
them.
soon,
bars.
yo, soon
Real
as I
bars,
come over
shut
there, what you want to do? Oh, Baby Shark. All right,
Real bars.
How old is he?
He trying to
he
put you
3.
on.
That's my
Oh,
man.
I didn't know they had the baby cars.
Yo, he got baby cars.
Ew.
Yeah.
She had the Cookie Monster navigation.
Yeah, I ain't gonna tell you who my navigation is now.
I don't want to know.
I'm gonna tell you anyway. I got Boy George.
I heard somebody who had the college, Joe. That was funny.
That's
I wish I
crazy.
had
Yo,
DJ
I was
Khaled. It
I
dying.
didn't
did
come
not need
up.
Khaled screaming at me at
I
life.
was dying. listening.
DJ Khaled didn't come up. It started with
Khaled
T-Pain.
give me road rage.
I started with T-Pain.
Shout out to Khaled.
When I got Waves, they started with T-Pain, and then I had Cookie Monster for the kids, and now they
And that's what's
have.
crazy.
Oh,
They
that's
was
funny.
just talking about the T-Pain joint too.
Yeah, and now I got Boy George. At the end of every joint, he do a kiss. He be like, yo.
Yo, I'm not around with you. You follow me. No, but we're getting long in the tooth, and I want to thank you for coming through again, man.
I want to
Absolutely.
thank y'all for having me, man. Love y'all, real right.
Love you too,
Right
bro.
back, bro.
I want you to let the people know where to pay attention to everything.
Oh, no doubt. At Dell P215 on Instagram. I got banned from Twitter. I let them know on the intro that I'm banned from Twitter.
You and Tyler.
I'm not gonna get back. I'm not gonna get back. I tried.
Tyler, the irony.
I'm not gonna get back on Twitter, but follow me on Instagram, on
Iconic.
Facebook, Dell P DELLPEE, and check out the website www.dellp.com. Don't forget the hyphen DELL-P.
Word, sis.
So you can catch me on thescenemagazine.com. You know, it's a positive platform for everything from education to entertainment. Edutainment, we got you on thescenemagazine.com. Holla at me. Also, my Fly Girls on Fridays. We got you on Fly Days
Salute.
at glocawear from 3 to 4. Me and my bro got this Sippin' with Sammie. You already here, so check us on this happy hour. And, bro,
Who else y'all know could get Dell P to tell y'all one of his favorite songs is Baby Shark and Baby Car?
Ow.
I'm just saying.
I'm saying, yeah, whatever my nephew rocking,
and
I'm
he's
rolling.
sipping water
And
with
that's
Sammie.
what I love to hear.
That's how it go. But yo, thank y'all. This the rollout for the album. So, you know what I'm saying? They got the
Say
first
that, man.
exclusive interview. We Owe the World is out now. It's on Bandcamp. It'll be on all digital platforms in a week.
Guess what?
Very soon.
We got 2 exclusive interviews because he's going to be on thescenemagazine.com. Didn't
Oh,
even tell
let's
my
get
bro
it.
that. Holla at us on
Salute.
thescenemagazine.com.
Word.
Yeah, definitely check them out. And like I said, man, I always appreciate both of y'all. Shout out to Font Productions.
Shout out to my sis.
Yeah, K.
I'm in a room full of people that I do a lot of different work with at different random times.
No doubt.
And whether it's planned or unplanned, everybody holds each other down.
And it's a
Absolutely.
vibe
So
every
I
time.
definitely want to say
It's a
that.
family affair
But
in this joint.
This is and forever will be Sippin' with Sammie, Sam Malone, Barstool, Rug. If you ain't sipping with Sammie, you ain't sipping right. Get your fucking life together.
That part.
And make sure you give Dell P a listen
Yeah.
early.
It's urgent.
This that feel right here. I'm through alarm, still existing. When it comes to bars, I'm one of the illest living. Had a couple losses, but the mission ain't switching. Target practice, whack rappers, gimmicks ain't hitting, hard to match it. Pants average, this is second nature. from the wise. Gotta take baby steps before you rise. Get no hope to the trollers that be expecting your reply. Nah, I don't even see them. Not concerned at all, working hard to gain per diem. Up and coming star, yeah, I started from the cement. Come from a different cloth, plenty sauce, and I'm seasoned. Applaud receiving, rhymes be stellar. I mean, what you want me to do? What can I tell you? I'm suited for the business like a teller. The labels want these Jews inside the cellar. Rather put poison in our youth like salmonella. Promoting death so the quote is kept. No principalities and no respect. They catching bullets in their body like they Novichek. Killers got no regret. I'm wide awoke while most overslept. The nonsense I won't accept. For the people that been with me, my numbers up tough in the clutch like King Griffey. Verses with meaning, as of recent it's been iffy. But one thing about PZ, I get busy. The most saluted, while others monkey see a monkey do it. My lane is secure, thanking the Lord, won't he do it? Standing firm, no corners cut, my chance was earned. Front if you want, know when I'm up, you can't return. I'm only breaking bread with those I never question. Time is of the essence, no time for second guessing. Gotta watch who you around, that's a heavy lesson. Either be 10 toes down and get to stepping. Check it, top tier, they treating me like the POTUS. Clear with my agenda, no reason to hide the motive. Dot the I's, cross them T's, gossip's bogus, wordsmith, ENT. I control it, plain and simple, let the games begin. Still in the convo while you came and went. What's your name again? I'm drawing a blank. Not in my class, pulling my rank. Album a classic, but it's more in the tank. Get on board or you sink. Get down or you been a drizz down. Suggest you skip town. Otherwise you about to get clowned because when I ride these mics, I get busy. Flow leaving puddles with rebuttals, you can miss me.
Everything I said on the track, I done did it.
Get busy, get busy,
Everything I said on the track, I done did it. Walking the path with God, I get lifted. No matter where I'm at, same dude in any city. Metaphor law, respond with agility. Weakened abilities of enemies, they weren't ready. Cause I want the knife like Eddie. Move through the night quite steady. Laying the path for quiet lands and made plans since the last medley. I'm from a long line of smooth talking, sleepy eyed, well adored, well insured. Any mission, money getting town running, not bluffing men that done something true. Single women in the room giving social cues. Lie smooth, have a mind on the inner truth. Living it live, activate, make it move. I don't have anything to prove, I got plenty to do. And if I got something to say, I'ma bring it to you. I had a tiger with the mind of Malcolm and Elijah. I'm like Jules with the Jerry curl at the diner. Martin Luther truth cutting like a church steeple. Walk away from life's evils, keep your thoughts regal. Develop better strategy for financial gains. Knowledge of self, preparation to endure the pain. Keep focus on the future, never lose an angle. I always stick to the point so I never get tangled. Can't float with every wave that is not gangster. Slang change like seasons change, the game same. Money and love, there's discipline and sacrifice tested. My interest has an essence, I've been connected.